My audio is not included.
Video done.
Right, I'm gonna do an introduction now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome all to the IXR League Season 4, Round 4, here at Snetterton, here in the United Kingdom. Commentary, we've got, how do I say your name? What's your actual name, I should say?
For me, it's Justin.
So we've got Justin, and we've also got Josh on commentary.
Hi all.
Should I say something?
Yeah.
Just hello? I don't know, should I say something?
Yeah. Yeah, you say
Yeah,
hello.
just introduce yourself.
I'm just gonna say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome all to the IXR Saturdays. It's time for the AMs. How are you all doing, guys?
It's very early morning for me at 3:15 a.m. So I've shown my commitment to this. Very hard to stay awake.
I can imagine me and Josh felt that when we did a 24-hour race, and we were up for 12 hours.
That would be a nightmare.
During midnight. I know, but when you've got someone obviously in voice chat motivating you, it helps.
Especially
It
when
does.
your times keep dropping and dropping and dropping. Or not dropping, well, getting slower and slower and slower. That's what I mean. It helps with someone motivating you.
It's also better for people in the commentary box to bounce off each other and keep each other involved and moving on. Makes it more interesting for the fans too.
So we obviously got 8 drivers currently in the server. We probably, as obviously free practice goes on, more drivers will join in. We're going to see a lot of Ferraris here today. Ferrari obviously one of the most popular cars on Assetto Corsa Competizione. And lap times for these drivers here not going to be sky high, which we're going to see later on.
Yeah, it's interesting. When I first started playing this game, I liked the Ferraris, but for some reason it seemed to come together more for me for Mercedes.
Yeah, for me it's obviously, I've always driven the Ferrari, and it's only been recently where I've actually stopped using it.
Whereas I'm completely different. I started with the Merc, and now I absolutely hate it. Something changed in it, and it's now horrible for me.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Being an Australian, we have mostly front-engine rear-wheel drive cars, so it's weird because I love Ferrari. I've always loved Ferrari.
Obviously,
Yeah.
Bathurst will be one of your favourite circuits in Australia.
Favorite track in the world. There's just no other track that works for me. Love Bathurst.
I love
Yeah,
it
obviously.
too, but I'm just very bad at it.
Josh, obviously, I remember during when we had the Porsche Cup in the summer, you absolutely wanted Bathurst every race weekend when the track got decided.
And then I knew about it 2 weeks in advance. I knew what the track was going to be for the final 2 weeks in advance.
Oh,
Because
really?
it was Bathurst. Because the track was revealed 10 minutes before. So I was going to be away that week. And Keyworth said to me, I'm sure you're going to be really gutted, but this week it's Bathurst. And I pleaded and pleaded and pleaded with him for him to keep it off 1 week.
Yeah. I was always like, I know Bathurst like the back of my hand. I know the track layout with no problems at all. On this game, I really struggled to get my head around it. Yeah, but anyway, different track.
Yeah, obviously Bathurst, it's a track which Bentley is in ACC. Bentley is literally covered everywhere with the sponsors, and obviously Bentley being one of the best cars around Bathurst. But here at Snetterton, it's one of the fastest circuits there is with the Snetterton 100. Obviously not using this layout, but using the outer layout, which is quite historic. Obviously the circuit is owned by Jonathan Palmer, who owns Motorsport Vision, which owns a lot of the British tracks, and they've retained and managed to restore a lot of the things here at the circuit.
Yeah, it's an interesting character, this hole. There's not a lot of undulation that I'm noticing, but I'm hoping this will provide, definitely in the braking zones, some availability to make some overtakes. It makes it so much more interesting.
I'm just trying to find the corner names, because there is quite a lot of iconic corners around this, so I'm going to have a look. One of them. Let's have a look. Let's see. So, there's obviously the first corner is Ritchie's. Then the next corner is Montreal. So, see, Montreal probably after Circuit Gilles Villeneuve. Obviously the Bentley Straight, which is ironic. And Palmer's obviously, of course, Jonathan Palmer had to have a corner named after him.
Of course.
Know, Jonathan Palmer was actually a commentator alongside the great Murray Walker after James Hunt passed away. Yeah,
I have a lot of great memories of Murray and of course himself. Wonder if we'll see some Murrayisms, as they're known.
I'm quite known for my phrases being similar to Murray Walker, especially when a driver goes off track or spins. I have that voice, but nothing can beat Murray. And
yeah, no, he's a legend.
Obviously, I saw it was for Australian TV. He did a grid walk, and it was just so cool to see that clip. And even though he retired from commentating, he still was so enthusiastic about the sport.
Yeah, he was awesome. The comment that I will always crack up about is, this car is totally unique, except the one behind it, which is exactly the same. There's nothing wrong with the car, but it's on fire.
It's when Murray made mistakes. It's just so ironic, and it's just so funny to see.
Yeah.
One of my favourite ones was when David Coulthard went off and at the European Grand Prix in 1999, and he would say, "Oh my, David Coulthard," and Murray Walker had the connection with British drivers, which was just unique. And he was the voice of Formula 1 until 2001, and his last race was USA.
He was. The day before he passed on, me and my brother were actually talking about him, because we were both for a long time. And the day before we were talking about him, and the next day we got the news. It was really strange.
The day he passed away, I was watching a whole clips of him, and it was one of the historic British Grand Prix. And then I found out he had passed. The next thing, I checked my phone, and he had found out he'd passed away. And
yeah,
quite sad.
I hope this isn't in bad taste. I hope this isn't in bad taste, but that sounds an awful lot like commentator's curse.
Yeah, well, that's my Twitch name, so you know.
That is a brilliant Twitch name.
I just thought it would make people laugh.
I've just got on board with someone and he's spun and crashed. I'm known for that. You go on board with someone and it's like giving them extra ballast because they go slower and they spin.
Yeah, it's like you press a button and dump some oil under the front wheels, and there we go.
So, I'm not sure these are AM drivers. Well, definitely not PMO Paratus. 49.7. That's quite similar to my times. I don't like it.
Yeah, I'm way slower than that, so, you know. Don't worry about too much.
I've just found out I've made a mistake.
What have you
On
done?
the I put the race as round 3. I thought it was round. No, round 4. I thought it was, but it's round 3.
Who's Cupcake? Cupcake.
Cup,
Cupcake
Cupcake
Explode.
Explode.
That's a great name, that one.
It's when you can't say a driver's name. It is the pronunciation that everyone. It's like in chat. They're like trying to motivate you to try and say it, and you just struggle. There's
Wi-Fi
one
password
driver-
EU. That
I was
one.
gonna go on to him.
Yes, Wi-Fi password EU. My hero.
He has so many different characters in that name that one of the drivers in the chat, he would say just say Wi-Fi password because you can't say it because it's just there's no way of saying it. So Car 6 is actually one of the moderators. You probably Staliano, obviously he is based in the US. Obviously he races under the Italian flag.
Yeah.
Still getting back used to getting racing in the Ferrari. See, an Italian driving an Italian car. What could possibly go
Well,
wrong?
yeah, no, nothing whatsoever. Well, I mean, what are you talking about?
And he's as soon as I go on board with him, he's spun and made a mistake and gone back to the pit lane.
Yep, I've gone straight back to Sally as well. Let's see who we. Just trying to look at some track action. That Porsche, I find driving those Porsches is insane because of the weight bias more to the rear, they tend to act like a pendulum, and they just you lose at one side, you try to correct, and it just gets worse and worse.
What do you use to drive? A wheel or controller?
Usually I'm on the wheel. I don't play it as much anymore because I was just so terrible at it. But brilliant game. I'm just not that great at it. But yeah, I did find that the Mercedes was better suited to my driving style than any other car.
What wheel did you use?
Using the Logitech G920.
That's a good wheel. I've got the G923, which is if you've got the normal Xbox One, it's probably the worst thing to use.
Oh really?
It's basically too powerful. You can't be in a party chat if you've got the wheel plugged in, and you're on ACC, and you can't stream either because it also causes lag spikes. It's an unusual one, that's for sure.
Which
That's
feels
weird.
it's really weird because you can run Fanatec wheels fine from the original Xbox, but you can't run the G923, which is very strange.
It's probably because they're using something that Microsoft apparently didn't recommend. It works fine on the next gen consoles, and that's why I don't use it on the Xbox One anymore. Because as soon as I switch consoles, you got a better result immediately.
Oh really?
Yeah, we've actually got 1 minute 45 free practice left, and then we're gonna have 50 minutes qualifying. Gents, who do you think's gonna take pole position tonight?
It's very close, very close.
Well,
I call it.
Looking at the times I'm looking at right now, I would put it on bikes. To be honest.
Yeah, I would say that. He's quite a nice. He's quite a nice person, and he's obviously he's quick and he's getting used to his setup as it is. But the driver who's P2, he's also quick. I remember last season he won quite a few races, but he didn't win the title in the end. And J-Smags, if he can get his car working, me and Josh will make a joke about him, but he could be a surprise contender because when he is quick when the car's working.
He's very quick when the car's working and when he stays off the grass. When he stays off the grass, he tends to take out your drive shaft. That's generally what he does.
I found it was better to stay off the grass, but you know, Just looking through the times, it's down to 5th place where we've got over a second. So the top 4 are in real contention for each other.
I've also got to say that we do not have time acceleration on, so the track is currently fixed. As soon as we go into qualifying, the track could be completely different as it evolves, and obviously the track is not optimum yet. So we could see them lap times going a lot more higher than expected, and practice doesn't always prove everything in the end.
Yeah, practice is practice. They run their different setups and testing and whatever. But how are we looking for weather for this session? And this race
clouds,
for tonight?
Very cold.
So light clouds.
Very cold.
16 degrees,
Very
track
cold.
20, so warming the tyres up is going to be an issue.
Yeah, certainly. It's tough when you're driving these cars to get temp into them. I found I was always losing temperature rather than gaining it. It's just probably my lack of ability, but you know, that's what I found I was struggling with the most.
Yeah, obviously this track is a track where turn 1 is known for basically a centre of crashes, a spawn of crashes at the start, and also if running onto the grass. There's not many run-off areas or gravel traps, so if you make a mistake, you've got to have good car control. Time for qualifying. Who's going to be the first driver to come out the pit lane? That
And
is
it
gonna
looks
be
like
the Mercedes.
whatever.
It's going to be the Mercedes who's going to be the first one out.
Joe December.
Yes, it is. Yep, he's the first driver out on track.
He's using the old Mercedes.
That's interesting.
I love the sound of these Mercedes. They are just sensational. Just that real growl, which us in Australia love. We love to hear a real growl in a car rather than what
Got
you
a
come
message
with.
from one of the drivers racing. It's Cogsag. I've never done this track before. My God, this is going to be dreadful. If you work on it, mate, you can get the car working.
Yeah, it takes a bit to get used to. I've barely ever driven this track, but yeah, I've had some interesting races here in other games, but it's a great old track though.
It's an old school track as well with the style. There's no 90-degree corner. It's Italiano crashing by lap 3. That comes out the words of Black Cowboys.
Correction.
We said
lap
this-
2.
Oh,
Fair enough. We had this at Laguna Seca actually, where he was caught up in a lap 1 incident.
I'd have loved to have been. I actually stuffed that up because I thought it was a week later that it started, and so I'm like, oh no! And I went into the Discord chat. Ah, crap! I've missed it. That makes a really good impression on my commitment, anyway.
Yeah, obviously, it's quite hard with the time zones, with this obviously being based in Europe. Even I get confused with time zones because BST, GMT, sometimes we don't even know which one it is.
Well, to make it even more complicated, in our state we've gone to daylight savings time, so everything
you
switches
changed-
over.
I know you changed obviously time zone because that's when BCI started at 11 AM for us. So
Yeah.
so we obviously had to get up early. Interesting to see this race, but watching the Premier League as well. I should be seeing the results, but I don't want to. But yeah, you can see every driver is going to be on a lap if they get if their name goes blue. That means they have invalidated it.
Yeah.
The track is now optimum and has actually dropped temperature.
Really? Hang on. I should be able to say that myself.
If you press return to garage, you can probably see it at the top.
It's interesting. Some tracks, a certain tyre pressure will work on one, whereas it won't on the other. It's strange how that dynamic works, because you would think an average like tyre windows are car setups and geometry, suspension geometry, etc. work differently for each car, but I find it really hard to get tyres into the window.
I'm gonna create something for the chat, and I'll put it on Discord. What car will win today? So not what driver, but what car.
Going on
Yeah, that's
averages,
interesting.
I'd say probably Ferrari, just because
Oh.
there are so many of them.
We've got. Oh, you're just going on averages, aren't you? We've just seen Darth Martin's exit. Oh, rejoins, and Asino's right behind him. I don't know how you pronounce his name sometimes, but the rejoin kind of might have compromised Asino there.
Is this which driver? Let's see. Which driver is
Actino,
this?
or
I'm looking at Darth
position
Martin's,
13.
who
Oh, I've
P13.
never said this driver's name properly, so we're gonna see. Right, I'm going to run a. How long's left to qualifying? 10 minutes. So let's start poll.
just going to look for the driver that I was talking about. Still,
So bikes are best is the quickest lap at the moment.
Nope, Buzz Cabral.
149.1 just by Buzz, yeah.
Wow,
That's-
that's come out of nowhere.
That's a
48.8.
pro-am time.
And
Wow.
They are pro-am times.
And that Tri Green has gone ahead and beaten that. Right, a poll is up. What car will win today? If you're in the Twitch chat, Ferrari, Audi, Mercedes, Porsche, and I put other because I couldn't put any more.
yeah, well, there's a lot of Ferraris in this field.
Yeah, 5 actually. Last season, the Pro Division was just, I used to call it the Bentley vs Ferrari show because it was dominated by Ferraris and Bentleys, and they had the one Mercedes, the one pink Mercedes. We all know who. Josh knows who I'm referring to.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
know who you're talking about, but
It's Keyworth. He is known for the pink Mercedes and the pink cars, and it's just his trademark. I always say the pink is known for winning or spinning. But Jace Max is going to come through. Let's see what has he got the car working, or has it been a boat?
It has been a
Top
boat.
7.
it's yeah, bikes is I actually thought it was going to be bikes, but Tri Green has certainly dominated. Well, not dominated, but is up there now.
So let's see what the Canadian rallying legend does. He doesn't improve. That is GRMC Racing. But let's see what Buzz can do. He's currently second. No stays where he is.
Just looking at GRMC now. Well, it's 2 seconds off. The top, where are we? Top 5 are all the way down to 1.2 seconds between them. But GMC is down 2 seconds.
Bikes are best is actually going to be nearly 7 temps up. So it's going to be 6.5 temps up here as he goes up to 4th. So now 6 temps behind pole position from the
But-
provisional pole sitter.
If you kind of want to be out on the kind of the last lap of qualifying to
Italiano goes up to 10th.
oh, we've just seen bikes run a bit wide there.
I want to use the time, return to the garage and try and get a fresh set of tyres. Cupcake Explode goes up to 8th.
I really hope that these track temps and the track evolves the same way for the Pro-Am lobby, just because these times are so fast.
First driver to drive into the pit lane today, and he's immediately sped as the Darth Martin's is up to 4th. Let's see what GRMC Racing can do. So that's where he is.
There's a few of the drivers haven't set a lap time yet, so we don't know what they've actually got installed, but...
Buzz has gone up. He's to pole.
Yeah, just
Tried
looking at
V.
him right now. 48.4, that's our current fastest, which I'm actually a bit surprised. Oh, we've got a yellow flag out. Who's off? Him.
And that's quickly gone, so someone's returned to garage.
102.
Yeah.
That's Trigreen.
Well, we've got Buzz in. He's in Lexus, isn't he? I'll ask you guys, what would you personally prefer to be behind the wheel in this? In terms of how your driving style is and what suits you better.
So the car that suits me the best would be a car that has 480 degrees of steering lock.
Righto.
I'm
Sorry, I misinterpreted what you just said.
Sorry, could you repeat the question, please, Justin?
In terms of the cars individually, what would you rather be behind the wheel of? What do you find suits your driving style better?
The 720. McLaren 720.
Okay.
I would say the same as well. But the Ferrari is when it's in the when it can actually drive and not basically lose itself. It is a good car to the drive.
It's strange how difficult it was for me to adapt to different cars. I've been a Ferrari fan since I was a kid and loved to drive it, but I found I was just terrible at it. I don't know whether it's an Australian thing, but I'm far more suited to front engine rear wheel drive cars than anything else.
Cars like the Lexus then, and the Merc?
Yeah, the Merc particularly, I had more success with that than what I had with anything else. Yeah, I felt the Bugatti was just a little bit too heavy. But, yeah, the Mercs were just awesome for me.
Right, I've put a poll up on the IXR Discord, but which we can do later. Buzz in the wrong division. Is he in the right? I don't know if he. I'm gonna have a look. Is he in the right division? Yes, he is. 14 viewers. That is pretty cool. So yeah, a driver who might not get a lap in is the driver in the pit lane in the McLaren.
Omega.
Omega.
The McLaren, that's a bit surprising that you wouldn't have gone out already, at least to put a banker out there.
Maybe he's focusing on the race instead, but you got to remember, practice is all important to get a fuel calculation. So you don't run out of fuel in the race. Remember, there's no refueling in these races. So and that's why it's important. Showstopper's up to 8. He's got a lap in.
You have to figure out what you're going to burn. I mean, that's crucial, really. You don't want to do what we know here in Australia, the Jamie Wynn Cup, and run out a lap beforehand. That happened for our Bathurst race. V8 supercars. Jamie Whincup was told and told and told to slow down and conserve fuel. He ran out down Conrod Straight at Mount Paramar on the final lap.
Oh, that would have been that's painful.
Yeah.
And Kostag finally got a lap up. He's up into P6. And RR Mega is now out on track, so he's on his out lap. He's gonna have enough time. Now he goes down the Bentley Straight. He's gonna have enough time to go out and set a hot lap, but he must keep his car within track limits, otherwise he's gonna be starting last. But Try Green, I'm gonna go on board with him because he could be taking pole position as he's nearly 3 attempts up here.
Well, I think I'm gonna stick with Omega, just for interest's sake. But
Yep, he's 6 attempts up on this lap. Try Green. Remember, there's a point for pole position today, so 1 point could be the massive difference in the championship later on.
it can be crucial. You look at the old days in the F1, there was half a point, I think, was the final decider for, I don't know what year it was, but
It was
Idiot.
Prost and it was Prost and Lauda
Oh, was
in
it?
1984.
84. Every point counts. It's just insane.
Oh no,
He's lost
idiot
it.
was the year at Suzuka.
The year, 88 was the year that Prost actually had the most points, but because of the your top best 8 results being counted, he
Okay.
ended up dropping back, and Senna won the title, and that was one of the reasons why that point system got ditched. And Try Green is not going to. Buzz has taken provisional pole position at the moment. Try Green is going to settle in for second. The Twitch chat after 10 minutes believe that the Porsche is going to be the winner today. So Lexus is on pole position.
Oh, that's interesting. I would have probably suggested more Ferrari, but we'll see how it pans out.
So who's still on the lap? We've got Jace Mags. Can he get the car working? And then we've also got the driver who has been a bit of an unknown today. No, James is not going to. He's going to go into the pit lane. He's going to call it off. But let's see where the McLaren goes.
13th.
McLaren goes up 13th.
And immediately crashes into the wall.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is your qualifying result. Justin and Josh, you guys can read it out row by row.
You can take the first row there, Justin. Okay, I'll do it. In pole position, we've got Buzz Cabral. Second, we've got Try Green.
Gosh. I didn't turn my mic on, so that was my fault. We have Darth Martins, and then we have Paratus. I'm just going to say it that way.
In P5, we've got Bikes Are Best, and P6, Jace Mags.
7th and 8th, we have Kostag and Showstopper.
Jordan Zembro and GRMC Racing in 9th and 10th.
I'm not quite sure how to pronounce this one. It's Nino and Stelliano, both in Ferraris.
And rounding out the grid, we've got RRL Omega and Cupcake Explode.
So that is the starting grid. What's that? Drivers who I find irony that are starting on the same row. Jace Mags and Bikes Are Best. Bikes Are Best sold his wheel and gave his stand to Jace Mags. And also the 2 Ferraris, 11th and the 12th as well. And the 2 Mercedes, 9th and 10th.
Wow.
And third and the second row is also an all Ferrari row.
Ferrari's up there. Maybe it's a by numbers thing. I don't know, but
The only thing that I can think of is the animals go in 2x2.
uh,
That's the only thing I can think of.
It's... Right, we are on an ad break, but if you the Twitch subscribers can still hear us. Cogsag said, "Am I the only one on pad?" I don't think you are. There's probably more who are on pad. There's a lot of drivers who are on pad and not on wheel.
I found it impossible to drive this game on the pad. I don't know. You're driving with a wheel too long, but
I used to drive. So the game obviously came out in June 2020. I was on a pad until March 2021. So
oh really?
I got used to it, but I could never be quick, and also turning was a problem. Like trying to get maximum speed was a problem, and I've only just got used to got used to a wheel.
Okay.
But wheel is so much better, especially with tyre management.
So much more immersive. It's like it has a bit of a dodgy feel in terms of feedback. What you're getting when you're turning in, it feels a bit light, but anyway, none of us know what it's like to drive a real GT3 car.
I find the force feedback's very weak
Yeah,
compared to other
same.
games.
Rimps Media is here. This game is really good with a pad. Well, we have GLT Irish
Really?
who's on a pad, and he is quick. That is for sure. Right, we've got 10 seconds. Every driver must press drive, otherwise they're going to start in the pit lane. And that is not the best thing to do with a cold track.
Yeah,
Get
no,
cold
it's
tyres.
not.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
Mega.
haven't.
It's
Yeah,
gonna
yep.
If he
That
better
sucks.
try and return to garage and try and get the car set up. It's not an arcade game like Forza, but for Sim, this game is probably the best one to use a pad for. For one of the best for sure. Rims Media. So you can see the Lexus is on pole position, warming their tyres up. Porsche's second. It's going to be a good one.
Okay, I'm not, because I'm not real familiar with this. It's just gone. Session has ended, and I'm stuck in the pits with Omega. Do I need to exit the session and rejoin, or?
I think you're stuck with him for the time being. Because you can't return to garage.
No, but
until the race starts.
okay.
You can exit and rejoin, but I think the same thing will happen.
Okay. Okay, well, I'll stick here for now then.
Josh, who are you on board with?
I'm on board with James currently. Just because I want to get someone in the mid pack. And generally
Yeah,
James finds his way into trouble.
Obviously, yeah, J-Smags is a quick driver when the car is working. He'll be on commentary with us. Basically, James and Josh will swap their positions around. Thank you for the follow, Galney. It's about time you followed. I can never say your name properly. Also, what's going to be key is not taking out the brake markers around the circuit, because otherwise, that P1 just slowed down for some reason there. He just slammed the brakes there.
And he's now pulled very far away.
Yeah, they're all going to line up and double foul in basically soon as they can. In terms of TV cameras, this is probably one of the worst tracks. Suzuka is as well. It's horrible with the default cameras. Helicam is the best one. So I'm going to go... I'm going to press drive and I'm going to go on board with him. Switch to Helicam.
That's frustrating. I can't change to a different driver. It's just locked me out
Can you change your
altogether.
cameras?
I can't do anything.
Have you assigned a button to switch your cameras? You
Yeah, I could do it.
click on.
Hang on. Maybe. Yeah, no, I was signed because I've done some commentary in this game before, but at this point I can't change anything.
Alright, if you can change the heli cam, you can probably see it. You might be able to see the start because the camera will pan over. But it's 80 kilometers, which is the starting speed. I'm gonna shout an iconic quote that Murray Walker says. Cross the line is go, 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 and who gets the best start? The Lexus does. You can change to drivers now, just to a different driver if you press return to garage. Let's see the start. Who gets through? Ooh,
Oh!
Someone's off into gravel. And
Let's do
that's
that.
Chase Max. It's all about positioning here. So
There we
there's a battle
go.
between.
Whoa,
Stop and go.
yeah. Who's off on the...
Speeding in the pit lane.
Ooh!
Oh! We
Ooh!
caught that one. The Porsche's facing the wrong way.
That's Tri-Green.
Yeah, I'm just looking for him at the moment.
Did he not qualify second?
He did. He qualified second. He's dropped back last, and RL Mega has already given up because he's
And-
back in the pit
Oh,
lane.
really?
And Stalliono has also dropped back a lot.
I feel like Black Cowboys has just cursed him.
I reckon...
Ooh!
Oh, another accident.
Who's that?
That's a bad one.
That's the Mercedes.
Yep.
That's the two Mercedes.
GMC. Oh, wow.
Oh, and
Oh, there's another one.
That's... Oh,
There's
wow.
another one.
it's not Wreckfest,
eventful-
guys.
Yeah.
I can see why this is the AM division here in IXR.
They've loaded the wrong game in. And...
And
oh, we have Paradis also off in the Ferrari.
just gone so. This is ridiculous. I'm now worried this is going to happen in the Pro-Ams.
Oh, please no. Please no.
Do you know what's surprising? It's that the only closest gaps are the top three.
Yep, looking at them now. Buzz, Dust Martin, missed the Costag. I don't know how to pronounce some of these names.
Cocksag. You just shut your mate, don't worry.
Hang on.
He just told me to shut my Oh god. Lord.
Did
Oh, God.
I hear that correctly?
He told me to just shut your mouth. I am not shutting my mouth, mate.
Telling
Okay.
a commentator to shut your mouth, yeah, that's gonna work.
Wait, who told you to shut your mouth?
Black Cowboys. Oh god. Do you know what's funny? Cogstag, he's got off.
Oh,
He
just
saved it. He
just moved onto
saved
him
it.
as it happened. He's
And do you
still
know what?
running wide.
He said he was never driven this track before, and he's up into P3. So that is impressive. Tri-Green is now trying to put pressure on Stalliono. Yep,
Just
the Porsche is quicker than the Mercedes. In fact, he's quicker than two Mercedes. No, not two Mercedes, two Ferraris.
yeah, just looking at Buzz and Darth and Costag. I really
What else
don't know
they
how
are?
to say those names. Yeah, a little bit of a gap there developing, but sort of
Black
keeping
Cowboys. Black Cowboys was referring to the Pro-Am race.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I forgot. Black Cowboys is now Pro-Am. Forgot about that. Sorry, Black Cowboys. You are faster than me, so I'll not say anything.
But you you can see the gaps are well and truly spread out at the moment.
Still under a second
Ju-
between Buzz and Darth.
And the Mercedes is into the pit lane. GRMC Racing. He was already said he was on a tight schedule today, so I wonder if that's game over for him today.
Yeah, that's him gone.
Yeah, he's out. Those Ferraris look so damn good. They're a beautiful looking car.
Ooh, you can see he's just been pushed off the track there. And Showstopper's now going to be putting his pressure on a Cogstack.
I might have misheard what you said there, but it sounded like something it shouldn't have.
I said he's putting he's putting pressure on Cogstack there. Try so the driver makes a mistake.
Yeah, yeah, okay. I'm not going to say what it sounded like you said, but...
It sounds like something that could get you banned from Twitch.
Yeah.
I've Rob from IXRL, and when he does the commentary...
Oh,
He
hang on. Showstopper's off.
Oh yeah, he's rejoined the track.
That'll
It's gone down the
wreck
pecking order
his
now.
charge. Still got nearly an hour of racing to go, so it is catchable again. But you have to be consistent on that. I used to know this track, but I really don't anymore. Struggling to figure out which corners we're up to.
Cooks. Oh, I realised that was you, Josh.
Yeah.
Okay, you can see Jace Mag is now under pressure. No, he's gone ahead. So James has now got ahead. He's now going to be on the road to recovery.
It's interesting to see how these cars achieve their speed. Other cars, or some cars, will corner better. Other cars will be better in straights. So it's how you balance that, as well as your tyre phasing, because you need those tyres to be up to a reasonable temperature for both, depending on the balance of the car. Big, heavy cars, these things, so...
Saliano is now under pressure from the Porsche of Tri-Green. Saliano loved the Porsche before, now he's gone back to his... He's now gone back to his roots with the Ferrari.
Oh, it's on. Around the outside, he'll be on the inside. Oh no, he's given that one away. He's decided to
And
get him out of that.
Jace Mags is now going to put pressure on them. Let's see what James can do. Can he position his car in the right place? And can he get ahead of this? Ooh, that was close with the Ferrari behind as well. Almost wiped him out there. And Cogstack has dropped down a position.
It's kind of while these guys are fighting up in front, it allows the other cars to catch up. You're so much slower when you're fighting than what you are on the ideal racing line. It's a nice
The two
tackle
front
those
runners-
cars give.
The two front runners are kind of in a league of their own currently.
It's a pretty big
Constantly
gap.
pulling away from everyone.
Last season, Darth Martin showed his pace in the AM division, but he missed out on the title. But he put in some cracking results, if I can remember. See, Jace Mags has not been able to get the speed and get close enough to Saliano to try and get. Well, he's going to get in tow, but it's not going to be enough. So as they approach the next corner and then to the long sweeper and down to the Bentley straight.
Will the Bentley overtake on the Bentley straight?
Oh, contact! There's been contact! Cogstack has knocked out Bikes of Best. He's just knocked him out of the race, and he's Bike's the best. He spun the car around 360 degrees. He's going to need to avoid that tyre barrier there. He's going to try and rejoin the track without spinning the car. So now rejoined. He's going to have a flat spot for sure. And that's allowed Showstopper to catch up.
Well, meanwhile, Chase Maggs has gotten in front of Saliano.
And now there's a whole train, 2 Ferraris, behind the Bentley. The sole Bentley tonight in this division. Somehow.
It's looking already like it hasn't been that long we've been racing. We've already got people laps down.
Yeah, we've had 2 disconnects already.
Oh man, how do you say that name? Joe does. I'm just going to call him Zembro.
Joe Decembro.
Joe Zembro.
I'm guessing that's how you say it.
Joe Decembro. If you have a commentator request, just drop me a DM on Discord, and then I can learn how to read it. And Cogstag has been braking very late, and Showstopper almost wiped him out as well. That fucking MSR racing. He's not happy. He is not happy today, which is why I need to.
I can't get away from this battle between Showstopper and Cossack. They are just with each other. I think there's a fair gap between the rest of them. These two are on it. Probably the closest battle I can see so far.
So you can see Tri-Green as well is catching up to the Aston Martin of Cupcake Explode.
Two very different platforms in terms of layout, with either front or rear engine balance there. Can be a front wheel drive. Jeez, what am I saying? Front engines tend to understeer a little bit more, whereas the rear engines tend to oversteer a bit more. That's how each driver can manage that, but I found the Porsches just snap too easily. Oh.
Again, Showstopper's almost wiped out Cogstack.
So has there been some history between these two in terms of contact, or?
I know. So Cogstack in the beginning of a race, he's known for getting the car working, but then obviously the pace is obviously not consistent enough to basically be fighting for positions, and he drops back.
This is a bad
probably
place to go for a move.
Yeah,
it's not good. He may set himself up, because if you can set that pass up a few corners before, just unsettle the driver in front, it may give you an advantage if you plan it correctly.
it's also all about gear shifting perfect in the right position at the right time. Otherwise, it could be a different outcome.
He's on it. He's got it. He's
no.
Back out of it.
Across the front of him.
Ooh! Cogstack, he's just understeered there. He's just had an understeering moment. But Showstopper is going to go in the outside.
Oh, well.
And he's just understeered. Oh, and he's
Showstopper.
spun.
Oh, well, he's out.
Completely
He spun
spun.
the car and he's beached into the curb.
Can't move.
He can't. Oh, wow.
No,
no,
he
he's got
can't.
going.
He can move. He can move now, but he was just beached on the curb earlier. And he's going to be furious about that, because that's 2 drivers. And that is 2 drivers who've been battling with Cox. They've just been wiped out and sent down the pecking order.
That wasn't Costag's fault, though.
It wasn't his fault, but the Aston Martin's gone off, and he's just ran just a touch of grass there. And Cupcake Explode drops down to 5th, and Try Green is on a mission to try and go back up with pecking order.
Having a look. I'm just running through the field to try and find. There's some. I might go to JS Mags. It's got Stelliano behind him.
Rimps is scared that we're gonna do the same. He's gonna be caught making a mistake later on. No, he was beached on the sausage curb there, but obviously then he had to wait, turn the car around. I do know that. And first driver into the pit lane, the Ferrari. But the pit window is yet... Wait, is there a pit window? I can't remember.
So
There should be a pit window.
He's going in, he's going to take the gamble.
If there's a pit window, then he's coming far too early.
unless he's had some damage, whether we've missed that or whatever, but yeah, it'll hurt him later on. Well, it won't. Well, it will hurt him, but he'll have to make an extra stop. But I suspect he has actually had some damage there. He's in the pits for a fair while, so there'll be some damage there from something we've missed, but this seems like a very long pit stop.
Maybe he's retiring.
Maybe he's retiring, or maybe he's gonna go into Discord and maybe send a message. But he's not typing, so we all just... There's like 4 moderators in the Twitch chat. and
He's
we
back
all
out on
immediately
track. He's back
Yeah,
out on
so-
track.
Yeah, it's good. So whatever, he's probably fixed the damage, and he's like, I'm gonna have to do a sprint to the end, and he's actually gonna be close to P12 on track. But yeah, they are moderating. We have 4 moderators all in the Twitch chat, and we all immediately timed out. James has gone off. Jace Mags has gone off.
Let's...
And Stallion has
Drop
got
down.
past him.
Oh, he's got the run. No, maybe.
Showstopper is gonna have better speed.
So how many? Who all's a moderator in the Twitch chat?
Oh, this is tight.
So
I
it's
think he's actually.
Rimps.
Oh, they've.
Black Cowboys, MSR Racing, myself. I'm
Oh,
giving
okay.
it to Black Cowboys because he's always there. Because you're always there and you're always correcting, well, basically telling people, basically if there's a, I can't do it all the time. But you're in the chat there, and MSR Racing is a mod because he's commentator.
I'm gonna stick with J-Mags and Showstopper at the moment. They are fighting hard.
And when we had the driver 67, not going to say their name, who got banned, I probably should. I should have made Black Cowboys a moderator.
That'll be what was talked about that I missed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got banned twice.
Banned twice.
Yeah, there's a driver called Gamer Teddy. He's his
Oh,
Twitch account
J-Mags
is,
is off.
again. Well, we are talking about the Frenchman.
Oh, that was too funny. That was a very funny series of events.
I know, but the best bit was having all the Xbox communities coming together it was like that Simpsons meme where Grandpa Simpsons walks in and then walks out. Because that's what was going on. Tri-Green is now 6/10 behind Cogstag. He has made his way up the pecking order throughout the race. That is pretty impressive. Cogstag runs wide there.
Oh,
Will there be another driver who tries to overtake Kostag and ends up in the grass or in the gravel or hitched?
he's saying he's a mobile chicane there.
Oh yeah, the Frenchman, yeah, OTL Victor. What is it? I was looking in the FGTR chat, and they were putting the drivers' numbers, and they accidentally called him OTL Victoria.
He got really annoyed at that, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he's not even part of that server as well anymore. So I take something happened. So Tri-Green has just got to position his Porsche in the right place.
But just to figure out where the strengths and weaknesses are of each car.
I'm going to be cutting it incredibly fine for the end of this race and the start of the Pro-Am race.
Pit window will open around about 35 minutes.
So
That
say
is
that.
when
Sorry,
the pit stops could be the outcome of the race results with the tyres.
Yeah, well, there'll be a Ferrari that has to go. I think it's Paratus has to go in again then.
Yeah, if you come in the pit lane now, you're always going to come in. Obviously, going to come in late.
Yeah.
Later. And also, if you a rule by the moderators, basically by Saliano, if you do not pit, even though you
Oh,
get
it's on.
Yep, it's on. Even if you get the. I've just.
Can you untime me out, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, and Kostag's run wide into the gravel. That'll give that position away.
And he's still got P4, but Tri-Green is now up to P3. And he's on a road to recovery after starting P2 and then dropping down the pecking order.
They're all kind of spreading out now. There's not a lot that are together in track position. See how that plays out with pit strategy, but we see Egnino or whatever being lapped by two cars, very close to getting in the way.
So, I believe in a minute. Yep, Tri-Green is from last back up to P3. That is absolutely amazing.
It's quite a fight. Just proves you can never.
He
You can
could have
just
easily
never
got
give
pole
up.
position. OSR Iceman, the second is here.
Do a Murrayism. Anything can happen in. Well, we'll say Formula 1, but it's not Formula 1. It usually does.
In IXR. Anything can happen here in IXR.
Oh dear.
Oh, just seen Mags go off.
Again. I'm
seem
not
to,
being mean to James. I'm not being mean to James. He's in the commentary box later, so
I seem to get the feeling there's a running theme going on here. Since you
It's just all
said
jokes.
again.
Yeah, he's my teammate, so I can make puns about it. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Just not finding anyone anywhere near each other at the moment, really.
it could all depend on the pit window, but is it going to open up 35 minutes?
Open 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so the pit window is now open.
Okay.
Pit window is now open. So, first driver who can take advantage of this is car 212, which is bikes are best. Will he come in early? Let's see.
So
He
yeah,
does.
do you go for the undercut, or is that going to play out later on in the race? You might be able to jump, and track position being kind of king. If he
I
can
feel
get himself
like
out
the-
into clear air.
I feel like the overcut always works better on ACC. As long as you don't leave it too
Let's
long.
see.
It depends on the circuit, of course, but generally it works better than the undercut.
So, Darth Martins, he's going to stay out. He does not want to come in. Also, no refueling, so if you can't come in, it's all about tyres, really. And someone help me with the over/undercut.
We'll see after this race.
Well, with the
Justin,
undercut,
how would you explain it?
with the undercut, you get like if you can put yourself in the right spot. If you've got fresher tyres, you will get if you've got clear air, you will get a faster lap time. You can position the car wherever you like, but your tyres will be worse towards the end. Whereas if you do the overcut, your tyres will be fresher towards the end, but you'll have lost that time in the process of the transition with tyre temps and pressures, etc. So you have to kind of fight for the position rather than do it as a pit strategy.
Someone's gone off. Yellow flag is out.
That's showstopper.
Green.
Ah, really?
Where is he?
Well,
The car's just there.
That'll negate any strategies, I guess, if they.
He's
I
got
don't
the car
know
going.
if you can get it going, but
Might have been interrupted.
Might have been stalled.
Well, yeah, we've all cut our engine at some point. Just turn the you press the button accident and you turn the ignition off.
yeah,
As the
I've
lead-
done that plenty of times.
Yeah. You did it was it the 12 hours of Misano, Josh?
We
Was it
don't
Spas?
we don't talk about that.
I feel there's a story there somewhere.
The amount of penalties I got during that race was immense.
My brakes failed in that race. I was pressing the brakes. It was registering, and then all I saw was me going straight into a wall because the brakes weren't working. So something broke. That's all I know.
Something
Your
So
brake
could
lines
get-
were cut.
Cupcake explode. It's into the
Yes.
pit lane.
So yeah, I was just looking at Xeno is also in. I don't know how he says his name, but anyway.
Costag's off.
Oh yes, he is.
And he spun.
Oh wow,
he has
he's
spun,
really looped
he has
that
spun
one.
the car off. Oh, it was
Oh.
it was Panda Bigfoot. Panda was the one who cut the engine.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it was. But he had a big enough lead that we were. Oh, it was towards the end of Sim 1.
It was on the last corner. It was after the last corner on the run down to turn 1.
Oh yep. Someone's
Or
gone off.
on
That's
the-
car.
Yeah, that's, I was just watching Buzz. He seems to just have a commanding lead at the moment. Someone spun off. Who was going to lap him? But, yeah, Buzz has just got this under control, it would seem, at this stage, unless the commentator's curse comes in and wrecks that.
And he's into the pit. He's into the pit lane. Remember, the pit lane gets narrowed and gets wider again. It's a very odd pit lane entry. And I won't be surprised if a few drivers might fall down the hill, which is right there. But obviously can't because of the way the game works. And P2's into pit lane as well. He does not want to go into the lead for a lap or so.
There's a few just making some stops now, but that actual battle between bikes and who's behind him, Timbro, looks like it's the only one I'm finding at the moment.
And Cogsag's into the pit lane. It's halfway through. We have half an hour left. VMs.
You just
Right,
drive
let's
through the
go.
other car. That's just what you want.
Jace
The,
Max is he going to come in? He's probably picked up a lot. He's probably got a flat spot and he's going to stay out.
No, he's going to stay out. Yep.
Remember, if you get if you spun in the race, you're more likely to pick up a flat spot. And if you've got a 4-speed back wheel, your car will feel more bumpier, and it becomes very hard to drive. As Showstopper is into the pit lane, so the Audi heads into the pit lane.
And you'll find in the real world, if you do flat spot that tyre, it'll always lock up in the same spot, so it'll just make it worse and worse and worse. Not sure how that translates in the game or not, but
I find
it
it
all really depends. Depends on what circuit.
I find it extremely hard to lock up just because of the ABS.
It's when you pick up a flat spot. It's just trying to nurse that tyre till it's appropriate to change it all. If you or like trying to nurse it to the end. So P9, does he want to head into pit lane? He is going to say no that in this lap. And the driver who's running last, he's come into the pit lane and he's just not moved.
yeah, he's been there for a while.
He might be retiring.
Was I'm not going to say what. Well, all as oh, it could be a toilet break.
Comfort stop. Not a pit stop.
I know during the endurance races that a lot of the older drivers would tend to do that.
Us older people have to have more comfort stops than the others.
Jace Mags heads into the pit lane. He's going to have a bit of damage, and he's also going to have a tyre which would probably be screaming, get me out of there."
Yeah, I've had enough. I've just drive through the Ferrari.
realised
That's fine.
Saliano is actually he's nowhere near the Cogsag. But he's gone off. He's gone off. Cogsag's gone off again.
Staliono's right behind him.
Let's go on board with the moderator. Oh, he's been taken out.
Showstopper
Well,
decided to go
that's
for a
big.
move there, and that was a bad decision.
That
That is the
big.
That
worst
wasn't
place to go
Showstopper.
for a move.
That wasn't Showstopper.
Not the Showstopper, PMO Paratus.
Yeah.
No, that's not him either.
Oh,
Wait.
there's
Yeah,
going to
no.
be more going on.
There is it.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Joe Decembro. He's 2
Yeah.
laps down. Why would you go
He's
for a
just taken-
move?
For sure, knowing Staliano's influence, he will be fuming.
That's a penalty for sure. Although that's not going to do any good.
That is a slam dunk
Yeah.
penalty.
Bit of a strange
And-
move, that one.
And finally, final driver is into the pit lane. Poor racecraft there, for sure. That Saliano's going to pretty much have
Oh, got
diffuser
Joe
damage.
Off. Goes off, spun it, loop it, and gets back on, nearly collects. Who was it
Whether
that
the
was coming
steward's
around
not-
that?
Okay, who is a steward? You got Mickey, who I don't know, who became one recently.
Chris.
You have Jackie Boy, Chris, who I used to think was a moderator because of his Discord profile. And
They only probably look at that.
there's another one which I've forgotten. Yeah, the stewards, all the stewards selected are very intelligent and they have a reasonable decision.
It'd be
Nice,
hard
guys.
to be a steward.
He's
Like,
a danger on track.
See, don't lose it. He has lost it. He's heading. Got it back on track. I thought he was in the wall there.
The P11 is going to be heading straight to the Shadow Realm, with the rest of the drivers, I believe.
We could be seeing a visit to Barrier.
Yep,
The
and
pit window is
is now
just closed.
But Tri-Green is now 2.8 seconds to Darth Martins. Make that 2.5. Tri-Green is a driver on the move.
What position did he start in?
Second.
Second,
And he got
okay.
dropped on first lap, basically dropped to last.
That's a good fight back, good consistent
Ooh, he
run.
spun!
Oh!
He spun!
Commentator's curse, he just spins as I say how consistent he is. Damn, he will be not happy with himself on that one.
He's got a flat spot now, on a brand new fresh set of tyres.
That's us.
He's now going to have to now have to demonstrate his brilliant driver control and nurse probably a flat spot. J-Smags, even though he's had all these spins, is up into P6.
Back where he qualified.
Yeah, that is actually really good.
He's managed to get the car working. Now.
Saliano is struggling with basically diffuser damage in the rear of his car.
And he's nearly spun again. Joe December nearly spun again.
He's not had the best run.
He's a bit of a liability. No offense to him, but he is. Just with the amount of drivers that he's taken out.
It's hard when you're struggling for pace, and the reason I left racing was because I just wasn't up to par. It's a struggle when you're so slow and then you try harder and you make it worse for yourself.
Yeah, obviously, when you're a driver, you want to be. It's hard when you know you're not able to fight with other drivers, and
Sorry,
you become frustrated.
I
He's
just
off
want to say
again.
PMO Piratus is off and he's doing donuts.
He's trying to rejoin. He knows there's another driver there. He's rejoined, and his tyres must be
Blue flags,
absolutely
alright.
boiling.
I would assume that Agmeno isn't racing anymore, given they sat in the pits for so long.
I think he's retired the car.
The bit on between Buzz and bikes.
And Showstopper and Saliano, the gap is now going to be a second here. Showstopper has been gaining on the Ferrari that has got diffuser damage. See, it's struggling with its cornering. I've had diffuser damage before, and especially in the braking, it is horrible. You cannot brake without the car wanting to spin.
Watching Stelliano and Showstopper at the moment. The Ferrari versus the. Oh, Stelli's gone off. It's on.
Saliano has gone off.
It's on.
Oh, and
Showstopper
Showstopper's gone off
lost it.
too!
Both gone off. Showstopper is now going to have to go ahead and do the work again. Knowing Showstopper, he can get the maximum out of the car, so won't be too long.
Buzz has really had this race under control from lap 1.
Yeah, he is
He's-
no
he's
one has
just-
come close.
Yeah, he's just smashed him. It's very reminiscent of bloody Lewis Hamilton and any Formula One race, really.
I think I may have to cut commentary short just to get ready for the next race.
Yeah, that was obviously on schedule anyway, Josh, so don't worry. And do you know what?
You know what?
Showstopper has already got caught up to Saliano. Again, same corner, same place.
Bit of a magnet for these two.
Okay, I'm gonna go now.
Alright,
Alright, mate.
we'll catch you later, Josh.
It's been a great race to watch. A lot of incidents. Hopefully it's not the same when I come back to drive.
Alright, we'll see you on track, mate.
Right.
Goodbye.
Well,
Next Recon Racer checking out tonight. Obviously, as he prepares for the Pro-Ams, which will start around about 7 p.m. Yes, it is.
yes, for us in Australia, it's now nearly about half an hour to 5. So in the
Probably
morning,
start to see daylight.
yeah, almost. So
When I
that's
started at
Showstoppers.
daylight, now it's pitch black. As you can, but Showstopper and Saliano, 0.2 of a second here.
They're at it, these two. I reckon that's the fight for the race to watch at the moment. He's got the toe. Will he duck out into turn 1? I'm guessing. Yep. That was
That is
yeah.
very good position.
That
from
was
both drivers
yeah.
there.
That was very good. Very good fight to watch. This is going to go on for a while, I think. He'll just try and pressure Stalliano into a mistake. The pressure rises if you're the lead driver. Oh! And he's just done that, as I say it. I think he's been setting that up for a few laps now. Since
Yep, he's now
that's been.
He's got the move stock.
Um,
Now you can see the gaps between all the drivers.
yeah, it's huge,
It's,
isn't it?
If I'm correct, he's now 2.2 sec. Cogsag's heading off because Showstopper he's going to be 1.7 seconds behind that of the purple Ferrari.
Just waving a little. Unless that was just catching it again, but yeah, he's lost a lot of ground in that.
From being P3, he's looks like he's going to drop down to P7. But yeah, 17 minutes left of tonight's race.
See, that time has gone pretty quick.
Yeah, it has. And do you know what? It's going to be side by side here.
Oh, I'm just on it at the moment too. He's got the run. He got a
got
better exit out of that corner, and just if you get a bad exit, it hurts you all the way down the straight. So he was just seemed. Whoa! Here we go.
Ooh,
he
he spun.
it.
He
He
spun.
spun it. He's hit the wall,
Oh!
and he's going to
He's
bounce
gotta be
out.
careful.
Oh. Just-
That was close there. And he's gone to the garage. He has called it a day. He has had enough. And that is just, I think he could have slammed the brakes there, and as he disconnects, probably in anger.
Yeah, he probably rage quitted pretty quickly there, but
If I was in that position, I would have. You can see he did not brake there, so, and I think had he braked, he would have got the hit damage anyway, but the damage would have been less severe.
yeah, it's split-second decision stuff that'll Oh, we see Joe off again. Oh, gee, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that, but
Yeah. It's got. Ooh, that he almost. I can't say he almost hit the rear of the car in front of him, but at this point we're only going to get 10 drivers. 10 drivers taking checkered flag.
it's gone really wrong for AC, hasn't he? He's 9 laps down. Just gonna call him AC because it's easier. He's still on the pits at the moment.
It's AC Nino.
But Buzz comfortably up in the lead. Just it's a Sunday drive for him, really, isn't it? I can say that because here in Australia it is Sunday. He hasn't done anything wrong though, really.
I'm just seeing something on Discord. It's making me laugh.
What's that?
They've got a translator, and if you react with the flag, it will it will give you a translation.
Wrong one.
Okay, let's see. Trigroon still 14 seconds. He lost ground to P2, and he's obviously probably been nursing a flat spot. Like I said earlier, nursing damage.
Buzz could almost just stick to the road legal speeds here and just clean it up. Oh, we got Cupcake off.
And he's in P4. He's got it. He's got it on the road.
It's a very lonely looking racetrack at the moment. Everyone's got a fair gap between each other. Really not. I'd say Nino has given up, sitting in there in the pits. I've been there, and your heart just kind of melts.
I know. What is it? Buzz is about to lap.
Yeah, about to lap
Saliano.
Staliano. Hopefully he'll obey track etiquette there and just let him through. No point fighting someone who's lapping you, so...
So we've got 12 minutes left. You can see the blue flag's been going on for a while now.
Yeah, they've been going for a while.
He
Oh, he
lifts.
finally gives it away.
Saliano's going to get the tow, but the Lexus is just going to pull away. One thing you might notice with the Lexus is it only has 3 liveries. No, 4 liveries you can actually use. And I believe that is for basically legal reasons, because they're not allowed to. You can't design your own Lexus. The only difference you can use is wheel rims.
Oh,
That's the only customization in the car.
that's annoying. I love designing cars and that, so... That is frustrating. Not that I
it is
ever drive them,
frustrating.
but...
Especially when doing long races, the Lexus can't what is it? Can't do its you can't tell who's who because some deliveries are the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Apart from that, if you've got that enabled the name above the cars, but how do you approach that as Buzz? He's just got to kind of keep that mental focus to complete the race without making any stupid errors. But when
Well, you've got to not really think about it. If you think about it, you could just lose it, and that could be race over.
so many people have in the past, in all forms of racing, have just kind of been told to back off and crashed the very next lap.
Yeah, Nelson Piquet in Singapore 2008. That's an example I'm thinking of.
Yeah, well, Ayrton Senna as well. He was told to back off at Monaco, I think it was. Crashed it out. I think that's the one I'm remembering, but it's just you get into a rhythm, and if you get out of that rhythm, it's just so easy to make a mistake. Just running down the field at the moment to see if I can see anyone within striking distance, and there just seems to be no one. Bikes, who's the other guy? Try green. Alright.
So,
Where'd he go?
which driver?
Try green, Oh, hang on. Sorry. Hang on, I'll be back in a sec.
No worries. So, see the order now. Well, in full swing, got less than 10 minutes. Someone's gone off. That is. Oh God, he's hit the wall. He's reversing now. He's got to be careful. There's a car near him. No, reverse. You need to reverse there. There you go. He's
What did I
reversed.
miss?
Yeah. Car. What is it? December. He's just gone off, and he's just got the car going again, and he was basically reversing and then reversing again because he couldn't go anywhere. He had to reverse
He's
twice.
off again just as I switched to him.
Ooh, and he almost murdered that car there.
Hoping he just...
Reminds me of
Look at the damage on that car.
Reminds me of Mahavir Raghunathan in Baku in Formula 2 practice in 2019. Josh Ravel has done a video about it, so if you have not watched it, watch it, because it's an absolute cracking video, and you cannot stop laughing at it.
He's still... Even now, his laps down, or he's just bouncing around everywhere. Got to be aero damage, maybe, to that. He's just not able to point it in where you kind of need to, and drifting wide on the exit.
That car is broken.
The only car, I believe, in the game where you're able to adjust the front splitter. And just not able to...
Ooh, Darth Martins has gone off.
Oh. Let's have a look.
And he's just rejoined the track now. But where does that leave Trigreen? 6 seconds there. Trigreen, thank you to follow.
The fair gap. You sure? Still out there, quite a way behind. Just trying to wait for this camera to catch up when I'm switching different drivers.
Showstoppers is making a move. He wants to take P5 off James Max.
Oh, and Joe's off again. Where's he going to rejoin?
He's rejoined on track,
He's
but he's got P9 behind him. So, I'm on board with Dry Green here. He is trying to put pressure on Darth Martins. We saw it earlier, these two were fighting for P2, and Dry Green made a mistake. But Dry Green has put himself in the right position at the right time now. 2.5 seconds is a gap. That car.
Joe's off again, allowing for others through.
See the gap's now 2.3 seconds between Dry Green and Darth Martins. Darth Martins, one of the most consistent drivers in the AM division. But as long as he can keep it together, he will be in the right position. Remember, pole time was 1:48, so got at least 2 more laps left of the race.
We'll look at Joe struggling, etc. But I'm even worse. I'm just no good whatsoever.
But however, the gap between P5 and P6 is now going to be less than a second here. Well, it's going to be quite close. It's a second. It's going to be a second. Jace Max has got to put a massive defense of his life to try and keep the position.
Yeah, he'll be feeling the pressure, I think, for this. As a race driver, of course, you want every possible points you can get. It'll be an interesting lap to watch, actually, between these two.
Thank you for the follows, guys. But 2 attempts here. Is Showstopper going to pull it off? No. He's going to think about it, doing it elsewhere. He's going to try and...
oh wow, okay.
He is not going to be in the best position.
Oh, he's very close. It might... Oh.
He's going to push his way through.
Yeah, he's just going to go, you know what, I want this position, you can go and finish elsewhere. Oh! Jeez, I thought that was going to be an incident.
But both drivers are still going.
He's made the move.
But the gap between P3 and P2, 1.6 seconds here, 1.7 seconds now, up to 1.6. It's getting close between these two. But Darth Martins is so consistent that he's just... That gap is not going to go down easy.
Yeah, I think he's just got to a point where he just has to manage that. He doesn't have to, well, obviously got to a point where he has to just manage it. Doesn't have to worry too much. I don't think he's under pressure. He's, even if he does give away a fair bit of time, he's still got this in the bag, I think. Don't have to win by much, you just have to win.
Yep, and Dry Green is now going to go down the Bentley straight. Is he going to pick up the toe? He is. He's had a better run here. He's going to get that toe. It's now less than a second between these two as we approach the next corner. It's all about positioning and all about where the car is placed.
It's just offensive. Like, you park that car in the right position, you're never going to get past. And some of the strategies used in some of the V8 racing, if you just park that car, don't get on the throttle too early if they're close behind you, they're kind of forced to stop, and you just accelerate away, but...
See, the gap is now 3 tenths of a second as we're on the penultimate lap here.
I may have called that a little bit too early. I thought there was going to be a troll here, but...
He's not going to get an overtake even if he tries now.
He
just hit the polystyrene barrier there, which was
I don't think he'll need a second invitation to do it, though. Yeah, no,
trying the outside.
You feel the car in front's mirrors full of your car. It just distracts them a little bit.
Ooh, we ran wide there. That's going to be
Oh,
even closer. They've got the Bentley straight to try and get past here. Drivers might be running empty at the end of this race to keep him pushing. He's gone from map 8 to map 7 because he's probably trying to save fuel here.
this is going to be tight. I thought he may be able to just control it from then, but I think he's, whether it's tyre wear, whether it's whatever, is not balanced right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the final lap.
Buzz has just controlled this race for the whole time. Never been under pressure.
By Tri-Green's driving, I think he's probably he's going to be trying saving fuel during the corners because he's not going to have the momentum. He's 0.6 slower than Darth Martin's. Is it the quickest in the Porsche? I thought it was map 8. My mistake. He is not running low on fuel.
So he can just push as much as he can. Maybe like when you're following someone like that, you'll see where your car's stronger, you'll see where theirs is weaker. And as soon as you pick a weakness, it's like sniffing blood. You can position yourself for the next lap and just try and make that move. But I think he's running out of time definitely now.
Yeah, if he was nearly 4 attempts going down the Bentley straight at the start, the overtake would be possible, but he's not. And every time he gets closer, Darth Martin just pulls away.
Although
This is
he's
gonna be their final
still
attempt.
going to push him, he's not going to give up on this.
Actually, this could be close here. It's on the Bentley straight here. 3 attempts here. It's going to be 2 attempts. He's moved his car. Don't think that's not... So he really wants to position himself to be in the overtaking opportunity. Ooh,
Oh,
that's close.
Yeah, I reckon that move's still going to be on. May have just compromised himself there.
And Buzz has come through. He's not been just one single bit in the race. He's come through and wins here at Snetterton. Jace Max showstopper 5th and 6th. But this battle here, for 2nd and 3rd, he's not going to have enough. He's flashing his lights. He knows
it's done now.
that is an absolute brilliant way to end the race. 5 attempts there. Tri-Green Darth Martins. Brilliant driving from both drivers there.
It was a good fight to watch. Right up to the last lap, you kind of who's going to get it, but well done to our podium finishers, Buzz, Darth Martin and Troy Green. A pretty eventful race all told.
And Bikes of Best comes through. He takes P8. Just got 2 drivers left to take checkered flag.
So you do the, we're not going to do the race burnout celebrations. We do. Here in Australia, we tend to do that whole lap drift that Shane Van Gisbergen does quite well.
Kick Explode takes 4th place. That is a brilliant haul of points for him. And the Ferrari, if PMO, I say Piratus, but he's going to come in 9th.
Yeah, I generally say Piratus, but it's just an accent thing.
And the driver who's running 10th is going to come home, and is he going to have enough time to get to the finish? Because there is a 2-minute timer.
Yeah, I'm just looking. I can't see a timer at the moment, but
And there he is. Finished P9 in the end, and he's just sent a message. And he comes through, and he's going to take checkered flag here. Just about made it.
quite some excursions off the track, this guy, but finishes 10th nonetheless.
That is the race result. I'm going to go and get this highlight saved.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna switch to the other server and also the pro-ams. And I'm gonna quickly disappear because I need to take a break.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Ladies, oh, wrong password there.
I was trying to get a shot of the position, so in case there's any questions on it.
Right,
But
I'll be right back. I need to update the Twitch title.
sorry.
I need to update the Twitch title actually because we're still live.
Yeah, I don't know why, but mine actually left the session, so I had to rejoin.
Yeah. Are you in? The G Portal 3?
Yep. Yeah, I am now. It's
Yep.
just that's an effective looking Ferrari there. For Iceman.
Yep. OSR Iceman. I was
What?
say OSR Iceman the second.
Yeah, I was going to say, is Kimi actually making his move from Alpha to Ferrari, or?
I used to say I used when I used to say Kimi. I used to think I knew that's why his name because of Kimi Räikkönen.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that's where the name came from. We've got well, we did have 14, but we've got 13 drivers now. Jace Mags will be in commentary as soon as possible. I'm going to use the opportunity to basically go on board with it's in the server Recon Racer, who was with us earlier.
Oh yeah.
Pack.
So, sporting almost the reverse McLaren colours of the F1 choice. Well, I'm going to take a quick break myself, and I'll be back.
Right, you can see the lap times coming in. Ranger's mad. It's quickest. OSRS man is second. Panda Bigfoot is a fourth, and Approximate Lego's quickest. Rimps Media is now into the session car 104.
I'm back. Sorry, that was a rather necessary pit stop there.
Yeah, I think after nearly 90 minutes of non-stop commentating, it was needed from both of us.
Well, voice wears out, you have to hydrate, and then, yeah, the obvious occurs.
15 drivers here. This is one of the strongest divisions in the IXRL. Pro-Ams are very quick.
Yeah, very, I don't know how it's been in the past, close racing, or just is one driver becoming one of the obvious ones,
The
or not?
division, well, the division in general is just, it's just always been strong. So, yeah, it's basically it's one of the most consistent, strong divisions, I would say. It is marked that there are 17 drivers, but I know for a fact there's at least 16. Oh, someone's gone off. That's a Bentley. That's IXR tool.
Back in the pits. It's a rather handy toy, that, just to return to pits.
Yeah, obviously in the race it's not the best thing to use.
No,
It'll
it
give
puts
you
you
at
back
least
down a lap.
A 2-minute. Yeah, it puts you in. It gives you a 2-minute penalty. And Jace Mags is here.
There you go.
Yep, include your audio if you haven't.
I have.
James, this is Justin. He is obviously the commentator as well tonight.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I tuned into a little bit of the practice of the last one, right? Because I joined the wrong lobby. I joined practice for this one instead of the actual lobby for the
An easy
Yeah.
mistake to make.
yeah,
Okay.
he's-
Good bikes
Oh,
are best.
nearly
How
half a second.
how would you describe your race, mate? How would you same question for you, James. So both of you, how did you describe your race? This is the bikes are best in chat as well.
Oh yeah, I need to get that chat up. My race was interesting.
I saw your chat towards the end.
Well, just now, yeah, my mates was in my
Yes.
chat just spamming, telling me I was bad.
He was like, "You won, you won." I was like, I replied, "No, no, he didn't."
Yeah. Oh god. I did
Yeah,
my
you
spectator.
both you. Oh! Panda Bigfoot's just wiped
Yep.
out. Who was that?
Panda approximate. No?
No, Panda wiped out. Rims Media.
Wrong one.
Oh dear.
Yep, okay.
Irony.
No, Rims Media.
Yeah.
And Panda's
Yeah.
Panda's gone into the pit lane because I think he knows. Whoop! That's a big
That's
no-no.
It was an interesting accident to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously the AM division was full of carnage. P3 to P10. Who hit me? The Cogstag.
Costag.
He hit Bikes the best.
Oh.
It was almost okay.
Hey,
Look
Cost-
at the draw. Who hit me this time?
Oh
I know
my
it was
God.
Cogstag.
I got
'cause
hit
saw
twice.
that battle.
So someone decided
know.
to send it behind, alongside me to make it 3 wide through turn 1 on the first lap, and I've gone, you idiot, and I've just been shoved off the track. Like, oh mate. And then halfway around that lap, someone just decided. I think it was Don.
Oh,
Was it Don? No,
approximately
someone
he's
else.
off.
Oh dear.
To sure.
Yeah, someone just decided to rejoin the track in front of me, which was great fun.
Yeah,
and I had nowhere to go.
I think we saw that. We saw that.
Oh
and,
my God.
I know GRMC Racing was pretty angry.
I haven't checked the
about
Discord
it.
yet. And then someone at the end, whoever was chasing me down at the end, got past me, but he just came up he just pushed me off the track and then overtook me. I was like, well, you can't do that, mate. So
Yeah.
eventually, though,
in
he
my
spun
opinion,
out on the last lap, so I was just sat there laughing.
Did you get past him?
Yeah, because he spun out.
Do you realise?
Yeah.
I literally, as soon as we were done, I literally had to go for a piss. So, if
Pick a fucking number.
right, we can. Okay, who's the best driver to go on board with for a consistent lap? want-
Rimps Media. Oh, he's in the pits.
That's why I'm not on board with him. I would have been on board with him, but I'm on board with a Buzz Gazelle.
Yeah, I'll do. I was gonna say a recon racer, but you know.
I was already on board with him.
Oh,
Oh yeah, so you are.
Ranger's just off and hit the polystyrene.
It's gone back to the pits.
So we got a 147.5. It was about a second faster than what we saw in the other leg, or the other division.
I know,
Ooh.
Rimps Media has insisted that I go on board with him. I'll give you commentator's ballast.
Dallas. How much is he paying you to go on board with him?
Oh, he's waiting for me to catch him spin, crash into the pit lane.
Oh, he's putting on a show for us, is he?
Classic Rimps Media.
Well, the AMS division today was just carnage, and it was like, I would say center driving was unacceptable. But it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened when I pitted, because I pitted when the pit window opened I was 8th, and I came out the pits P6 I think,
Fifth?
or P5.
Fifth,
Yeah,
sixth?
5. Yeah, Rimps. P5. I came out P5 and I was like, I don't know what's happened. I think they all piled up through the last few corners, didn't they? While I was in the pits, because there was a yellow flag behind me, and then there were no
I
cars.
think that's what happened.
Yeah, I was going to report whoever was chasing me down at the end for just pushing me off the track and then not giving it back, but I'm not going to now because he crashed. So
I thought it was a good battle. He had been going up the pecking order actually.
what, catching me?
No, not just you. There was quite a few drivers.
Yeah, I mean he was like 17 seconds behind me, or like 20 seconds behind me, and I was like, oh, this car, I've got nothing to worry about, and then I kept going off the track. I think the tyres, I had like 3 or 4 laps where the tyres just had no grip. I had that in the first half an hour as well. The Stallione went flying past me because I kept going off the track. Oh my god.
Black Cowboys was saying in chat he's gonna crash. He got taken out lap 1.
Oh god.
Actually got Formula 1 free practice on my phone.
Oh, has that started?
Because it's... Yeah, I'm
Get that
not
on.
really going to be paying attention to it because quali's going to be on at 10 o'clock
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
end.
it's just practice. There's no drama. Apart from yesterday when Max Verstappen decided to have a little battle with
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah, I do
And
love the old Max Verstappen fans in the comments. It's funny.
I'm not even. I'm just a Red Bull fan, but like I'm not. It's a Red Bull team fan of AlphaTauri.
Mm.
One of the first things I remember was 2008. No, it was Robert Kubica crashing. Then I think his debris hit one of the Toro Rossos, which was just. But do you know before the safety rules changed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that the Canada one you're talking about, where he's?
Yep.
Yeah,
Because I
was...
remember Williams on the podium. That's one thing I remember.
Yeah, that was a shocking crash.
I don't remember Lewis's win. I just remember Alex Wirtz on the podium.
Yeah.
I just remember a tall Austrian guy on the podium.
Impossible.
Yeah, that crash was horrific. I was absolutely shocked at that.
I was actually in Canada at the time, bizarrely, but I wasn't there for the Grand Prix, so it was a bit of an odd one when looking back at it. But yeah, as I was saying, you've got to admit this division, James, is pretty strong. Like pretty solid.
Pro-Am. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pro-Am is
I'd
half decent.
say it's the most solid. It's got the most numbers of drivers. We could have got Sam driving, but his wheel's broken. Or is it? That's the question.
That is the question.
Well, he's got 2 weeks to fix it.
You have my old one if you want. You know, I drove
He'll
on that
probably
today.
fix it. Did you?
Yeah, because I was sat there practicing just before, like half an hour before the race got, and and I couldn't get a lap in. I was struggling because I've made modifications to the rig, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I thought, you know what, damage limitation, because I've already missed one round of this. So I might as well use what's comfortable. Plus, there's no race on Wednesday, so my next race is Thursday. So I might as well just use the old one now, and then
Yeah.
spend the week getting used to the new one.
Yeah, you've got a week off to. Obviously, you've got a lot of time to learn. So
Yeah, and it's half term. So yeah, it's all good.
obviously, Snetterton's it's quite a hard.
Yes, so,
circuit to
it's not the
master.
easiest track to do.
Well, on paper, it looks like it should be reasonably easy, but
It really
the
is.
characteristics of this track, it just doesn't make it easy to do at all.
No.
Do you know what I'm surprised about? Is Formula One just they conquered the US? Like they finally reached into the market properly.
Yeah. Tennis done.
And what's odd is Max Verstappen. It's not going to be in Drive to Survive next season. He doesn't want to be part of it.
No, he refused to be into it. Called it a fake. He said it was a fake series or whatever he called it, but yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong, is he?
Interesting.
Because, yeah, it is interesting because we've actually got a good title fight this year. As much
it's
as I'm
been
not
brilliant.
liking it, because as a Hamilton fan, I'd much rather him just comfortably win it. But I'd actually, yeah, 'cause I was thinking about this the other day. I'd much rather this close battle happened next season, so that Hamilton gets his record-breaking championship win, and then he gets a challenge. Although I still have faith. I still have faith.
I actually thought this season, when I made my predictions, I said this would be Lewis's last season.
And did you predict
But
that?
I've been. This
What,
is in
before the-
January.
Oh.
See, I don't particularly dislike certain drivers. Like they're all just sportsmen, and you follow who you like. But the bitter hatred that some people display is a bit pathetic. But what I didn't like about Hamilton was the whole making his own dog vegan. I thought that was a bit stupid. But
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I
Yeah.
actually said I hope that if he makes the dog vegan, he actually includes a vegan in his diet at some point. I'm not being serious. I'm just.
Well, yeah, that's a bit, yeah.
I was a fan of Lewis in his McLaren days.
hmm
That, but obviously being a Jenson Button fan,
Yeah,
was,
well, yeah.
that for
Love-hate
British
relationship.
motorsport, that was one of the coolest periods of British motorsport.
Well, that's
Two
what
world
got me into,
championships.
well, motorsport in general. Was that
I remember
partnership.
I remember 2009 Brawn GP on the BBC. I remember DC Eddie Jordan.
Mm.
And
Well.
that was cool. And I remember it on ITV, which is pretty awesome as well. James Allen as well.
Oh, that's a name I've not heard for a long time.
I use a quote because when the lunatic on the track, I say the what is it? I say as James Allen said in 2003 British Grand Prix, there's a lunatic on the track. I bet the dog's bikes are best. And says I bet the dog's he's fucking fuming.
Feckin' fuming.
Yeah, to
If
do
dog
the
wants to
Mrs.
stay,
Brown's
in my
version.
opinion.
Yeah, no,
Taken
I
so
said
many sort of-
I said to someone, Bowler had a let us down one way and bowl a piece of Iceman's off. Bowl a piece of meat down the other way and see which way the dog goes.
Yeah, it didn't
Yeah.
choose for itself, eh?
I bet he said bikes are best. And said I bet it's not had a solid shit since. What happened to your bike? Saliano's here. How was your race, mate? I saw what happened. You got rear-ended. I literally I was on board with you, inside your on-board camera, and then all I see is your car just being taken out.
Oh, is that what happened while I was in the pits?
Yeah.
Hey,
A lap
that
car
worked really
knocked
well
him out of
for
the
me.
race.
That worked really well for me. So,
Whereas Rim Speedy goes third.
and like,
Got a gap. 5/100ths of a second between Iceman and Proximate.
it's me just doing rallying.
Yeah, and still.
Let's see,
Now
let's see
it's,
what Recon Race can do in my setup. Approximately 6 tenths.
yeah, that's
Ninth.
good to see the top 5 under a second. Like, you love motor racing and seeing your favourite drivers win, but when it's a domination, it just makes it boring. But
Yeah, especially it's in F1 in the last in the turbo hybrid era. It's just it does make it boring, but this season's really mixed up, and last season as well.
It is
When
boring.
Ferrari
It is
felt-
boring, but as much
that-
as it's boring, you
yeah.
have to appreciate how well both Hamilton and Mercedes have done, no?
oh, they've done an
For sure.
exceptional job. But I just want to see something different happen. A fight. You don't want to see a procession for every single race. Like, lap 1, turn 1. All right, race is over. Go to bed. I'm really surprised at how quick those Mercedes are at this weekend's race.
But they're not reliable. The engines. Chris goes up to brilliant time lap.
Is it just me, or he's getting annoyed by these Acura badges, Acura labels on the Red Bull and AlphaTauri instead of Honda?
I'm not annoyed about it because that's like Honda's own brand.
Well, it is
And
them.
if
It's
you-
just they're American, but it's like, well,
I know.
it's just
Yeah,
like,
but
ugh.
if you go on Project Cars 2, there's no Honda NSX GT3 car. It's the other one. It's the American brand.
Was that a Cura? No, maybe.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, it just looks a bit.
I noticed it today. So
You can't. I just
yeah.
keep noticing it.
Panda Bigfoot second. So he's putting a statement out for himself. Say, I am quick today.
Still, no one can get under half a second off of that. From approximately.
from approximately.
Nobody can get within it.
Rangers Mad. It used to be actually Rangers Mad, but it's Rangers M4D. Now at 69, he goes up to 7th.
Is he really Rangers mad?
He's Scottish and he supports Rangers.
Hmm.
So he's been up. Obviously, he's in the last 10 years they've been up and down the divisions like anything.
Yep, same with my Rangers. I'm saying in a QPR shirt.
Oh yeah, there's Queen Parks. And there's Queen Parks Rangers. Queen Parks, the Scottish team, were the only Scottish club to reach the English FA Cup final. When it used to be allowed.
Yeah, not anymore.
Enough of football. Enough of football. The lap times are now slowly steadying in. Let's see what OSR Iceman can do.
It's good down to 6 to still under a second,
Yeah.
and then it only just tips over the Rangers.
Where are OSR Iceman? Where does he go? Second. 2 temps now.
Oh, that's
See what
tight.
Recon Racer can do. Stays where he is.
Actually, boss us in a wall.
Yeah, I've just seen that. I'm talking to Christian Horner.
It's not like any damage.
You have to go down to 7th to find anyone beyond a second. That's pretty good.
I think we were pretty spread out in the race, weren't we?
Within
Yeah.
like, the first lap, only the top 3 were actually within a second of each other.
Yeah, there's those few at the front just seems to be a little bit too quick, maybe. I don't know. But at what point do you start saying who's too quick and who's too slow?
Well, P1 was untouchable the whole race. No
Yeah. No one got
Yeah,
near.
exactly. That's my point. It could be in this one.
Lobber is actually... Lobber is quick, I just don't
Yeah, he
think
is
he's
quick,
managed to get the
so,
car...
yeah.
And he, like...
What's
This
his
is
lap
not
time?
as...
51, so he's kind of got a slower quality lap than I did, I think.
This is.
Oh, it's
jeez.
alright, man. He's got traffic problems, but
Yeah.
both on a valid lap, so...
Yeah, he slows
Probably-
down to go for another attempt.
He'll be sounding a bit like.
Yeah.
No,
that,
he's not. He's
isn't
in the pits, so he's got no fuel.
So I keep hearing Blackout. Yes, he was saying you were gonna crash, Italiano, and he said it 2 races. He said it.
He's running
He said
his
it,
mouth.
and it's happened. So
Well, yeah,
I
he
don't
wasn't
know if-
wrong.
he wasn't wrong, but I don't know if it's a curse or anything. But it's interesting because he gets it actually right. And the Bigfoot second.
Oh, look at
Ooh.
the gap. That is tight as.
Could the Scottish driver take pole position?
Has he got another lap to? Yeah, he has. Yeah, definitely. That is a really tight gap. Something to excite any race fan.
He's 4 temps down, so he's not gonna, at the moment, and he's not gonna have enough time to go out and set another lap.
Oh, I was looking at
Hey,
approximate
6 temps down.
Panda.
And he's got to find something out of nowhere in one of these corners. Then.
I'm English.
Nah, it's up
Yeah,
to.
I was referring to Panda Bigfoot, not you.
Mate, if you put in such a good lap that you've just decided to sit in the pits because you're not going to be here.
He's quick. He came into one of the races and he absolutely obliterated everyone. And he only missed out because he changed the brake ducts. Checkered flag is going to be out now. Lord Farquaad's up to 11th.
We have a guy in one of the other leagues that I know about. We just call him the alien. He just pulls out lap times. He just would not think it possible in these things.
Our alien in BCI would be Ghost.
Mm.
Black Cowboys improves, but stays where he is. Next driver to take the checkered flag is Enzo. Where is he going to go?
We shall see.
7th. Josh has invalidated his lap, so he's not on a valid lap. Nope, and so Panda bails it as well, so... No, Josh wasn't even on a lap, that was some... Wait, was he? I can't remember.
I've still got to get my head around a lot of these names, because you see
Yeah,
that...
Josh's recon race. If you haven't. Oh wait, was he in the commentary with you during that?
Yes.
Ah, he was, okay.
Yeah. You two's just swapped positions. That's all. All that's happened.
One's driving, one's set.
And that is qualifying done and dusted. Approximately.
Approximately.
Is on pole position.
Followed by Panda, just 7/100ths of a second behind.
So Iceman is 2/10 behind in 3rd.
And we have Chris 5/10ths of a second behind that. We have
Rims
Rims.
Media is 5th with 6/10.
That's IXR Tool, 7/10ths behind that.
Enzo is a second behind in 7th place.
And we have Rangers Mad, 1.1 seconds behind. Nearly 1.2.
April's Gazelle is 1.7 seconds behind in 9th place.
And I'm just going to say Cowboy, 1.9 in 10th position.
The way you say that is Black Cowboys. So it's like Cowboys, but
There's just two. Yeah, it's two V's. That's what confused me.
It's not too hard. Lord Farquaad is P11. He's 1.9 seconds behind.
And we have two Fuzzball, 2.0 seconds behind.
Taints is 13th with 2.2 seconds behind.
And we have Recon Racer, 2.23, 2 seconds behind.
Lobba.
He rounds off the grid.
Lobba. Runs off the grid.
That's how I
4.1
say it.
seconds behind.
I've always said
I have to
Lobba,
get my
and
word in.
Oh, sorry if I've done that wrong.
No.
It's fine.
Oh god.
Right,
Nice one.
guys, if you select, return to garage and select the driver you want to be on, because...
Yeah. Just
I'm
trying
gonna start
to...
Rangers Mad. Just see if there's any kindness at the back.
Something has stuffed up here. Here we go. I can't... I've got no control over the camera at the moment.
Who are you on board with?
Panda, I think.
That's good. Because that's second, so...
Should I go further back? Yeah, let's go on board the back half, please.
Why have I got
Dylan
no...
giving advice on pronunciation, lol. Well, I did pass my English GCSE,
He's mocking it, I wouldn't have it, honestly.
so...
That's a
English is
timeout
good.
in my opinion. Oh god.
I'm going to go and put my phone on charge, so... I can see what happens in F1, even though it's 25 minutes left.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'll
26
have to
for
watch
me,
that
but
after
the
this.
lead. That's just practice.
It'll be daylight
practices.
here before the quality and practice starts.
Yeah, what time is it for you?
Right now it is about 25 to 6 in the morning.
Crikey. So you just like gotten up really early for this then?
No, I was out tonight with family. We just got out of lockdown and we're able to see people again.
So you just training on no sleep?
Yeah, I've had no sleep yet today.
Yeah.
all lads should get high scores in English.
Yeah, if you hear me
All lads
snoring,
are-
don't worry about it.
That's not how it works. Though.
I did not buy a GCSE. I never did a GCSE. I never sat a GCSE in English because it got cancelled.
Same.
But yeah, everyone is going to take the start of the race here at Snetterton.
Crikey, that turn one at Circuit of Americas is steep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's shocking, that one.
Please don't give. I feel like the final corner fuck up was your fault. I wasn't on board with you, Recon Racer. He's just told us that. Do you know what I gave? I give a lot. I give a lot of I make a lot of jokes about this, so it doesn't really matter. Panda's just. I think
He's
Panda
just
just
driving
made a
through
mistake.
everyone.
Yeah, because I think he forgot to press go. And he's trying to make him sway up. Panda's just this season a completely different driver with his pace.
I literally cannot change to a different car, so I've got to watch Panda for the whole race.
No, yeah, it'll go on the green flag. You better return to garage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's normal. Even when our mate JC used to stream the actual Vision Leagues when he was joined in the server, he would he would have to drive.
Yeah, he'd have to.
On the
Yeah,
formation
because
tab.
he wasn't given the spectator password.
No, he had the password. It was his server. Like, he owned it.
But he just decided to
He
join.
basically. No, there was a glitch back. Well, he thought the glitch was still there, where you try and take screenshots on the spectator server, and it basically crashed.
Someone's
What's
already
funny,
taken out
the
those
moment-
things.
What's funny, the moment he left ACR, he streamed the race because he figured out the password.
Yeah.
They still haven't actually investigated the incident that I reported.
Hmm.
I think he's just busy. What's funny is the incident was at the same corner. Both reports from not just me but the other driver. Same corner. Okay, right. As the drivers now form up in single file here. Approximately on pole position here at Snetterton. And the Bigfoot is second.
So a bit of mind games there, just passing the leader and then backing off
Well, it's
again.
all about speed. It's all about speed because you don't want to get a penalty for speeding at the start or being in the wrong position because it could ruin your race.
Oh, absolutely. Done that to me plenty of times.
Someone spun.
Someone in
Oh, so Iceman's gone round. I think that was.
Those tyres must be freezing, just like the name.
You won't want to. You don't want to speed now, though. Yeah, he's just gonna start from the back. That is Iceman. I think.
And Rips Media's got a clear gap now.
Green light, green light.
And lights out and away we go. That's not even my phrase. And Panda Bigfoot doesn't get the best start as well. Neither does Chris. He's just dropping down the order.
No, I cannot change to a different driver. I'm stuck on him.
Press return to garage. You'll be able to do it now.
There any cars
There we
that can
go.
race into the
Ooh.
back of someone
Oh,
and
who's
big off,
that?
and they're all
Rangers.
going everywhere and all black hole boys. Oh.
You can see Lord Farquaad go off. Chris has dropped back. Ooh!
Oh, wow.
At the back!
Okay.
Lord Farquaad's gone off. So is Recon Racer, but he's on the grass. Ooh, God, that's
Jesus.
dangerous.
Position changing all over the place here. Lord Farquaad's gone away with that one. Up in the lead, giving a free kick.
Rims Media's now up to second.
Oh, yep, I'm just watching him now.
And Chris is having a mare.
I don't think my screen had quite caught up.
Rims Media is battling for the lead. Rims Media could be into the lead here. The
Who's
driver
gonna
who's
be-
known as the Joker going into the lead. He does. Rims Media is into the lead. And he's been taken out.
Oh, he's been. Oh, there he goes.
I don't want to laugh, but it's too funny. And Panda Bigfoot's into the lead. IXR
There's
2 second.
approximate leads waiting for Rimps.
The moderators are 1 and 2.
And there you go. He does give it back
Okay.
approximately.
But
Or has he
Panda
just got
Bigfoot's
damage?
into the lead. And IXR 2 is second. The moderators are P1 and P2. Rimps Media is probably going to be fuming because Black Cowboys, who got promoted to the Pro-Am division, is up into 4th place.
Okay, so I figured out what's going on. My screens are not catching up to where it is. That's why I thought Lord Fuck I'd have gotten away with it, but it's not catching up on my screen.
Let's change to a bit battle here. Taints, Rangers mad, all running from places here.
Rimps Media's gonna get frustrated, I think, on the back of these lot.
I'd be surprised if he goes on his phone during a pit stop and then puts a message in the chat.
How you
It's just
actually
the
doing
scrap
a
of
race?
Bentleys, this.
How
Yep.
during
But
a race?
IXR Tool's into the lead. IXR Tool is now into the lead.
Oh dear.
So the moderators have swapped positions. Tool leads from Panda Bigfoot. Enzo, I believe, is second. Black Cowboys is 4th.
From what I'm seeing, there's about a 10-second delay between the lead swap and what it comes up on the screen.
Yeah, my leaderboard is waiting a while.
Yeah, basically the timing screen updates in every sector. So as soon as it crosses the sector start time, the times will
Okay.
be up to date. See, Rangers mad here, battling
It's
with another Bentley.
so these two in the lead are the moderators, are they, for the group?
Yep.
Yeah, some are.
Surprising considering. It's not surprising. They are these two are actually quick. OSR Iceman has now got to deal with the back of Rimps Media.
Yeah, those two, I don't know. As I said, they might get annoyed stuck behind all these lot. They feel they're faster. Iceman has a look round the outside of Rimps Media, but can't make it work. It's well defended by Rimps Media, to be fair.
Still watching the front two. There's only 0.4 of a second between them. I think this is going to be a battle that goes on to the end. Depending on how their pit strategies play out, but
Panda Bigfoot IXR 2 having a battle once again.
this is going to be the show we want to watch for tonight, I think. Although back down the field, they're all very close together. Just takes one person to make a mistake and they concertina into each other. Oh, and we do actually have an off. Who was that?
Let's see.
No.
I can't tell who it was.
I'm just looking for the name. It was, yeah, it was, nope, a Buzz Gazelle, I think was involved in that. I didn't see the flash of green and black, but
Is cog stack on a controller? Yes. He literally told us he was.
Yeah, he was under control. Yeah. He's not slow though.
He's not slow, he's just not quick straight away.
he's not slow, he's just not quick. Sorry.
I mean, like,
Somewhere in the middle.
what? Yeah, like he's quick at the start, but then he'll start dropping back because obviously on a controller you're bound, you would wear the tires unless your name's not LMR top secret. You wear the tires out a lot more.
Yeah, definitely a game built for the wheel,
Ooh,
not the controller.
Rimps locks up, I think. He's got a bunch of places from that. Was P8, he's now P11.
Cowboy, Chris and Fuzzball.
Oh, and Rimps is off
Yeah,
again.
looks like Chris is making a move. Oh, he tried to, but just didn't get it done.
Rimps is having an absolute man.
He was into the lead for a brief second, and I actually really feel like no puns, no puns here, but I do feel really bad for Rims Media today. Because it wasn't his fault, and he just lost it.
Yeah, wrong place at the wrong time, and
Same with approximately as well, because he was the one who made the mistake. But he gave it back, and now he's in P11. So you got to be annoyed with yourself for that. He's probably kicking himself. Started on pole. Causes a
Rims
crash
Media's
now.
now. No, Rims is not last. I'm getting confused.
No, it's 12th. Loba. It's 12th. Loba is 15th.
So what's Panda got to do here to get ahead of Tool?
He's just got to be consistent, and he's got to basically find where Tool's weak spot is on the track.
Wait for the mistake.
Yeah, well, as a driver,
Yes.
you look at that and
Chris has gone
it
off.
just energizes you to make that move. You don't want to be too risky in what you're doing.
Ooh! That someone's been spun. That's Ranger's mad.
Yeah,
Ranger's mad.
it's just coming to screen now. He's probably not going to be happy now. Just a bunch of spots in that one.
I'm
Gap
slow
between
again,
the
you
lead is still close.
It's a nice tight battle up front. Half a second between these two. In his wheel tracks.
Ranger's mad. I bet he's mad now.
Rangers is mad.
Interesting different line between Panda and Tool through that last corner. Panda was a little tighter.
Yeah, you can see in the straight line he's just not. He's not been able to. at first he just cannot pick up with the acceleration. He loses time because he probably gear shifts. Yeah, he struggled there. Right,
And
just for the next
looking
turn.
Enzo one's slowly catching them as well.
See the lines through there. Pretty much the same. This is where it'll tell for me. I think Panda runs a little bit wider than Tool does on entry.
I'm going to go on board with Rimps Media here, because he's got the pace.
Oh, Panda's off
He's
onto
got
the
the-
grass. He kept his back on.
Rimps going to go for the dive bomb though,
Uh,
because he knows that it's not a sensible option.
Looks like Tool has started to extend that lead a bit. Was half a second previously, roughly, and it's down nearly 7 tenths.
That's gonna go up as well, 1 second. Oh, the Panda's little off. But yeah, while this is all happening, Enzo won. 1.3 seconds to gap. The lead. But these lot are gone. These three are gone. They're long gone.
Yeah, you really have to look further down. They've certainly got away. They're not under pressure. They can just battle between themselves. But geez, they've got some gap. Cowboy and Fuzz are on each other.
Approximately is currently having a try to go with a battle, but we've got to switch to battle with the leaders here. The moderators battling it out, and that's allowing Enzo to catch up as well. This is going to be
Oh, he's
Close
caught it
back.
again. That's great. We should have done this before the race as a race prediction thing. Who do you think's going to win?
I didn't see the uni put a poll which car's gonna win.
a lot of people said Porsche.
But the winner, the person who voted, the one that got the most was Ferrari.
See him bought.
Oh!
IXR
Tool's
Tool's gone
off!
off. Tool's gone off.
Tool's off.
Panda's back into the lead.
Oh, he will
IXR Tool
be
has just lost it.
gutted by that. He will be really gutted. He didn't do it as a result of
He's still
his
P3,
own.
so he's still on the podium. That's how much the gap.
Yeah,
is.
lucky for him, he had a 13.5
that's
second
insane.
gap to P4.
The Panda is back into the lead.
Yeah, as Enzo one's
yeah.
turn to try and put the pressure on.
Well, it's a pressure game. It just takes that one person to make that slight mistake to energise the field. But that was a big
Tails
gap
just
between
Tails
third back to
right
fourth.
there.
But my God,
On the lead just was too late on the brakes there, and he's lost a position. Yellow flag's out.
who's crashed?
Lobber, he's going slowly. He thought he was going to pit lane, he's not.
A long way back. Nowhere near him.
Well,
I think I'll stick with this Panda and Enzo battle for a while.
awkward timing because my dinner is ready. So I'm gonna go quickly eat that and I'll Should be back before the end.
No problem. So, two Fuzzball OSR Iceman. They're still very close. They've got the problem is they've got Black Cowboys there as well. So they can't really go for a move because it could just be race ending for 3 drivers.
It's also a management of tyres, because you don't want to go too hard too soon and just burn them out. It's a
Yeah,
reason.
they've obviously. You can go ahead.
It's sorry. No, it's a thing though. It's like it's all good and well to be quick, but you've got to keep consistent. Otherwise, you will just burn them out, and they'll be rubbish by the end of it. There's a move on for Enzo. No, on the outside, he wasn't quite able
But
to make that.
Approximately is now caught up to that train of Black Cowboys. And so is Taints. And so is Abra's Gazelle. And so is Rimps Media.
Must be so.
And someone's gone off. That's too fuzzball.
Wow, really?
That train is so close. To show the example, camera set 1 is the best one to have.
Oh, Panda's lost the lead to Enzo. Had a ball into the right-hander.
But he's going to have a tow. He's going to be very close. Approximately is flying. He is.
Oh, he's definitely got the run on that. Who's going to be the... Yeah, position the car
Panda's
pretty
back
well.
into lead.
And he's off again. That'll switch back for Enzo. Oh, this is a tasty battle. I can't get off it. Might only be 2 cars in the shot, but it's a feisty battle. He's gaining. Panda's gaining. See the slipstream effect. Just not close enough.
I'm looking at the battle between P9 to P4.
Oh,
That
Panda's going to make it. Enzo's run wide. Manages
it's not
to.
going to. Because he can't go for it because it will end in disaster for both drivers.
I thought he was going
This
to go
section
there.
Yeah, this section of track's not the best place to try and go for the overtake. The battle between... It's a gap. It's, yeah, 4th to 9th. It's like a yo-yo effect.
Yeah.
It really is.
Panda's not going to give up on this. He's going to push him. He's going to either have to force an error or... but the cars are pretty evenly matched by the look of it. I think, yeah, Panda's quicker. He just can't find the spot to get him. Enzo seems to cover him pretty well.
Yeah, approximately is flying. And he's going up the order. He's going past Iceman.
Really? Oh,
Yes, and so is Taint. Oh, and 2 of them touched. Ooh! Oh, they've wiped each other out!
Oh,
Oh,
no.
so Iceman's been wiped out by Ribs Media, of all drivers. Oh, God.
Well, we said race 1 was a bit of a carnage thing, but this one seems to live up to it.
It's brilliant racing. And I think Black Cowboys is actually going to lose the position this lap. Or is he?
Meanwhile, this lead battle is still on. It's 8/10 of a second between them by the timing screens.
Nope.
Oh, and
Black
those run a bit
Cowboys.
wide. Well, okay, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, but we can carry on with the leaders because, ooh, Enzo just cut
Oh,
Panda off there. And
yep.
he's ran wide there, so he's just tapped the curb in, and he's just lost that speed. But that zigzag of that yo-yo effect is now down to 3 drivers from P4 to P6 because Rims Media.
It's good stuff to watch, isn't it?
Honestly, this is how.
Oh, Taint's running over the dirt there. Well, it's just really tense between Enzo and Panda. In Enzo's favour, but
Approximately Taint's. No, Taint's thought about it, but he does not have enough extra speed to get ahead of him. Black Cowboys is just now pulling away after all this sorts of pressure.
it's back in the field. There's quite a few cars together.
I know
It's
his
kinda-
Iceman's gone off.
Kind of hard to take your eyes off this lead battle, though.
Also, pit window is going to open in 2 minutes. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see 2 drivers come into the pit lane. If I was OSR Iceman, I would come in now, because the pit, depending on how much damage it is, it might still count as a mandatory pit stop.
Yeah. I would tend to, if I was Panda, I would just do the opposite of what Enzo does. If Enzo pits, then keep going, but if he doesn't, then I'd probably be tended to pit and get that undercut.
That was
Oh,
close. Jace Mag goes for dinner, and then we've been treated with so many battles.
oh! What's happened to Enzo? I think he's disconnected.
How is IXR 2 up into 2nd?
Enzo disconnected, I think. Saw the car flying through the air.
Oh yeah. He's disconnected.
Yeah. Bugger. That was a really good race. Really
We can
good
now
battle.
focus on the. We can now focus on the battle in the midfield, which is absolutely tight.
I think I'll watch Fuzz and Rimps for the meantime.
See, pit window will open in 30 seconds, so where's OSR Iceman? He's got to come in now. Nope. Still doesn't think it's a wise decision.
So Rimps and Fuzz are going for it, as many people up and down the field.
Approximately, is still trying to get ahead of Black Cowboys. Black Cowboys, for 25 minutes, has done an absolute brilliant job this race.
Well, that line by then, because it seems like only 10 minutes ago we're on the start of it. That's just flown by. Gap starting to extend just. Oh no. I thought Rimps was going to go off then.
This is really odd to say, but Black Cowboys is into a podium position.
That's a fair effort. Oh, he actually is now.
Yeah. He
I
will
missed
be
that pass.
wanting this podium.
You
But
get. Sorry.
you have a feeling that during the pit window he might lose out. But Black Cowboys, amazing job.
It's interesting how cars achieve their speed. depending on the configuration.
Right. Nope, approximately 4 about it and says no. Taints is heading into the pit lane. And so is Too Fuzzball.
Oh,
So is Chris.
Black just had a cover there. It looked like Prox was going to make a move, but he just kind of covered him.
Who's the commentator? This is Justin. He's been part of a commentary team for a while, but he's just timing-wise, it's just not worked out. But he's joined us here today, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, hi folks. Sorry to have missed the last two. Circumstances beyond my control. But I'm enjoying this one, that's for sure.
So Tate's first driver to complete the tyre change, and it's now done the pit stop.
He's kind of about halfway. I think he wants more of a balanced over the entire race rather than quick laps. But I don't know.
Ultimately, he's going to go for the move this. Oh, they did touch there, just slightly. Oh God!
Oh,
they
there he
touched.
goes. He's off, and he might actually lose two. Oh no! Yeah,
Oh,
he's off.
Nope. He's off. He had to
He's
back
off.
out there. He almost had he rejoined. Might have ended in
Yeah.
disaster.
That would have been a big incident. Good presence of mind there too to just back out of it.
Knows his Black Cowboys has been doing a good job, but he probably knows it's time to go into the pit lane. Nope, he stays out. Rims Medias goes into pit lane as well.
Jesus! I thought he was going to hit the back of him then, and then run into the pits.
That is an Aussie accent because he's from Australia.
Yes, it is. Or as we call it, the arse end of the world.
So Recon races into the pit lane. Lord Farquhar stays out. Lob is too far behind to make that decision.
Buzz in the pits and Wreck and Race are still there. Oh, we've got a good battle between Fuzz and Taints.
Well, Bike to Best asked the question: how's lockdown treating you?
I love the sound of that, Aston. It's a little bit on. Taints has run a little wide, lost a little bit of ground.
Recon Racer has got no, he was ahead, but he's lost it. Still ahead of Rims Media.
Approximating Cowboys into the pits.
Yeah, let's see who's repairing damage and who's staying where they are. Halfway through.
Little lag going on there, I think, for me, and the cars are backwards and forwards in the pits. But anyway,
Oh, Recon Racer spun.
just watching for pit in the pits at the moment for the tell as to who's got damage and who hasn't. Could be a while in here,
Approximately
actually.
had around about 2 seconds. Let's see what happens here. He's done first. Black Cowboys
Yeah, so
done now.
oh, it's pretty
Yeah.
even pit stop. Panda may have a little bit of a lead, but it's definitely not done yet. Long way to go.
Well, he's heading into the pits now. So Panda Bigfoot into the pit lane. So IXR Tool gonna follow suit, or is he gonna stay out? Nope, he's coming in.
I don't know. Yeah, okay, I was just going to ask, what would you do in that situation? Would you just cover or just continue?
Depends what the pace is. If he's losing a lot of time, I would always box. Try and get the fresher rubber.
Yeah, that compromises you at the end of the race, though, if you take it too early.
2 Fuzzball Taints have actually got ahead approximately in the pit phase.
Well,
And the Bigfoot.
Taints and Fuzz are still at it.
Who's gonna? Hand of Bigfoot is gonna come out of the pits in the lead. I think Lord Farquaad might get ahead. No. French driver does not get ahead. And Panda Bigfoot came into the pits in the lead and stays in the lead.
A lot easier to do
Two
if you
first
are
one.
in the lead.
He's still battling. Lobbers into pit lane.
Oh, and Fuzz has lost it.
Ooh,
Oh, and
He's
they've
just
made contact.
just slightly touched there, but approximately thought about it and in the end does not risk it. Lord Farquaad is is up into second, but he's still and actually 2 seconds behind Panda. I think that gap, 1.4 seconds actually. He's coming into the pits this lap, that's for sure. Because otherwise he's going to get penalised. That yo-yo effect is still carrying on.
It's pretty good racing in this series.
Yeah, I said this division was solid, and it's produced some cracking racing today.
And people on the whole are trying to be fair, they're not just doing stupid things. It's as much of a mental game as anything, this e-racing stuff. To keep the focus for the entire race, an hour is a long time. For me anyway, let alone being in the car or behind the rig.
Yeah, obviously sim racing it's a lot more physical than people think. What happened to Black Cowboys? He was running into podium places and approximately overtook him, but I take he had a tiny bit of damage. But he was running in the 3rd and 4th for pretty much half of the race, but he's just dropped back.
The window is now closed.
But he's done a really good job, Stalliana. Honestly, he's done a cracking drive, Black Cowboys. Abus Gazelle is one of the drivers trying to get up the pecking order. Yeah. But the battle for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th,
Yeah.
so close.
That's what I'm just watching now. It's
I've got 2 moderators in the chat. Guys, look who's in the lead. 2 of the mods. This couldn't be more perfectly timed. Both Tool and Panda have led the race at some point.
this is my league. I will win and come second, or what?
It's all about consistency, and both drivers are pushing themselves to the limits.
It's hard to maintain that when you've got people around you. It's such a mental game.
Taint say he can't. He's not going to go for the move. Feel so bad for him. Didn't deserve that punt. Yeah. Rimps Media. He took the lead, and then lost the lead.
Oh, there's
And
two.
I
Oh wow! Fuzzball and Proximate into each other.
Fuzzball's going to be annoyed. He was up into the podium position. That means Taint is into the podium. Things have changed around. How it's all changed.
What a difference a lap makes. So I don't think this is over between these two. I think there'll be a bit of return serve.
I know SR Iceman's in pit lane. I don't think he's happy. He's typing, so it's not.
Oh, this is on between Fuzz and Cowboy.
Got fresher tyres.
I think that Porsche is actually going to make the move. No, thought it was going to make it then. Or attempt to make it just to unsettle Fuzz. Let's fake a move there. It's a big lead from Panda and IXR now.
Yeah, Tool and Panda have just been in their own league today.
Mm.
Even though when Tool went off, he was still able to be in third. Was Iceman taken out when Rimps? Yeah, basically Rimps got pushed off the track, and he went onto the grass and basically couldn't do anything. But there was a whole yo-yo effect, which was from P3 to P8. It was absolutely the gap. It was so close.
I don't know about you, but it always has me on the edge of the seat when it's close. Oh, jeez, he nearly got him there. He nearly tagged the left-hand side.
Yeah.
Oh, they did collect. I thought they were going to. And Fuzz loses two positions out of that.
And Rimps once again. Rimps just tapped the rear of that Porsche.
Rimps is it Rimps?
Yep, he's just
cut
the grass, and so
that Porsche is off again.
oh, they've touched.
Oh, they've cut. Oh, wow. That looks really awkward going into there.
Yeah, that was always going to happen. So Rimps Media is now got Proximate Lee to deal with. And Rimps Media's up into fourth. This was a driver who was leading the race at some point. And Taint's and Aber's Gazelle was planning.
Once that red mist descends, it's hard to back out of a move that you think you can make. By the time you realise it's too late and you make contact.
Yeah, probably it's always gonna happen, but they're still battling for the last place on the podium. Proximate Lee's got ahead of Rimps.
Because
You never win wishing bad on someone else. Yep, it works vice versa.
yeah. Oh, and Gazelle is he managed to gather it up again.
In Discord, I've missed it.
He just stepped wide a bit on the exit and he managed to catch it, which was a pretty good save.
Painter's livery actually reminds me of the Aston Martin F1 livery because of the.
Yeah, the green and
It looks like the pink.
it's almost a very almost identical color green.
Yeah, well, obviously the pink as well.
Oh yeah,
It's not.
yeah, but
Yeah.
well, as we watch, Saintsy goes off.
Yep, and Abers Gazelle is going to
Yep.
go up to a podium position.
He just goes.
This was a
Thank you.
driver
Sorry, go ahead.
who was in the AM division last season.
He's just gone. Yep, thank you very much. I'll take that position off you.
He was the runner-up last season, championship contender. He's gone up to Pro-Ams this season, and he's got an opportunity to be on the podium today.
Do you happen to remember what the points gap was if it was runner up?
It went down to the wire, I remember, because he was actually 5 points behind.
Okay.
So it was a close championship battle, which I remember because the AMS was obviously commentating on that a lot.
Yeah. When you were mentioning Iceman before, it made me think, I'm really going to miss Raikkonen in F1.
I think everyone is. Kimi Raikkonen is something else in
Yeah.
motorsport. His character and also
Yeah.
his pace.
He's
He's still got it, but you can tell it's in recent year. Well, basically in the last year, so you can tell the effect you can tell he's getting tired.
yeah. Well, I just there's one particular interview I remember the media said to him, "Why didn't you go to whatever meeting it was or whatever?" And he said, "Oh, I don't know, I was taking a shit."
Yeah, but I remember I remember Martin Brundle said, "Oh, Kimi, you missed the presentation from Pele." And Kimi was like, "Yeah, I was having a shit." And this was the presentation because Schumacher retired. It was his
Yeah.
first retirement.
So Panda has got this well and truly under control, I think. I don't want to put the Moz on him, but
Yeah,
Interesting.
you've been gone, and everything. A lot has happened.
Oh.
yeah.
An awful lot.
The time's just flown by. It's just you don't know which way to look. So Cowboy down in 10th. After that bit of a yeah.
I'm too scared to go on IXR Tour and Panda Bigfoot because there's been times where I've gone on these drivers during a practice session, and it was yesterday, and all I saw, I get to go on a driver, they made a mistake, they spun.
Okay.
It was like every driver I clicked, they made a mistake.
Yeah, that's good when that happens. Good for the stream, but not so good for the drivers. Oh wow! Taint's just popped that right rear wheel up in the air after hitting the curb. So, where I saw Rundown, Panda, IXR, or Tool, Buzz, Taints, approximately, Rimps Media, Fuzz, Chris, Recon, Black Cowboy, oh, I'm gonna say Black Cowboys, but I was wrong.
You got it right.
Cowboys.
It's been an interesting race.
Yeah, it's been spreading out now, but it was absolutely close, Keyworth, during the earlier. It was like a yo-yo effect.
Yeah, gaps were stretching and closing all over the place.
And Chris is currently on a run. He was
we've got
started
him.
fourth.
Buzz took off. Decided to exit stage right. Pat maintains the position.
In terms of races, this has been one of the most craziest races I've ever commentated on.
Well, yeah, again, it's just kind of which way do you look. You go to one car and there's 4 others behind that are getting into it. So it's luck of the draw as to who you're on.
Don't bother with Rimps Media, he's slowly catching up, but it's Rimps Media obviously was in the lead for approximately 3 seconds before being taken out.
Go on, you can be more accurate than that, can't you?
Let's play drink a shot every time Dylan says yo-yo effect. I'm pissed. Yeah. Right, Chris has been catching up, gaining the positions.
Just a second behind now.
Go down the Bentley straight here.
I love the look of those Aston Martins.
Yeah, brilliant sound as well with the V8.
Oh, they
V12
sound
is
gorgeous.
brilliant.
That cackle on the downshift is just sensational to hear.
Same with the Mercs. I was practicing the
I've
Merc
got-
for the first time for the 12
yeah.
hours.
Yeah, the Merc sounds good, but the Astons just seem to kill it, for me anyway.
Perhaps you guys can stream cricket.
Sorry?
Do you know what? I'm meant to be able to play cricket, but I don't. I don't know.
Cricket. God.
I said no.
Yeah.
I am
no
terrible
cricket.
at cricket.
I don't... Well, jeez, this is tight. I don't bother playing ball sports because my hand-eye coordination is terrible. And I'm old, so there's that too. Both of them touching the dirt there. That's Fuzz and Chris. It's a bit of a... Oh, well, apart from this battle between Chris and Fuzz, there's a fair gap between everyone. I suppose Farquaad and Cowboy is fairly close. But Panda's
And
just...
Rimps Media is set to go for a move.
He'll have a good toe down his front straight. And he's, Proximate looks like he was trying to break that toe, but he's just... Wow, what a move. Oh no!
He's gone. Can he keep it? Can Rimps Media keep it?
Oh, he's managed
Yes.
to.
Well, I am being spammed with messages from GRMC Racing at the moment, but I'm not going to say what. Oh, I'm not going to. I've just got messages. I'm not going to say what it is on stream because.
Yeah, it might
I
boot
don't-
you from Twitch or something.
But I'm just. It doesn't matter. But Taints, Abers, Gazelle, still battling.
Oh,
Still
there was
carrying on.
contact there and it's pushed him off. Oh.
Literally paint drying. It was just doing some paint drying one time.
Chris is going to go for a move here on 2 Fuzzball. Is he going to be ahead on the Bentley straight? It's on the outside. Has he got enough momentum?
Oh. That is
Ooh,
tight.
that's interesting. And he's got ahead.
Interesting defense.
Bit clumsy, but you do what you
Almost
gotta
loses
do.
it as well. I did that almost every lap, I think. Except that corner, a huge amount of oversteer. So,
Well, Farquhar is going to be putting a move on Black Cowboys.
Gap's just stretched a little bit between Chris and Fuzz.
James, you're watching the Sky F1 special, aren't you?
oh, can you hear my TV?
Yes.
I mean,
I've
I
not got
can't
that
hear
on.
it, so I can't hear it over the headphones. But obviously the mic's just picking up. Well, I did have the football on.
Oh, someone's gone off!
That
Black
is Black
Cowboys!
Cowboys.
He's gone straight on! So is Lord Farquhar at turn 1.
That looks like it was a huge moment.
That was a huge one for sure there.
So did they make contact or?
I think they did. All I saw was a white car going straight on there.
Is that Panda Bigfoot?
Uh,
This Panda is going to lap him.
5 minutes remaining, you'd probably just press on, wouldn't you? Depending on the damage, I guess, but...
Is qualifying going to be on? Yeah, it is on main event. That's
I don't know.
yeah, it is on main event. I can see it. Must be because there's nothing on.
Saints and Gazelle are still going at it.
Yep, and they've not got long left.
No. Probably good timing, my eyes are starting to get a bit heavy.
Right, down the Bentley straight they go. Taints and Abers Gazelle. This is battle for the last place in the podium here.
That's the exact vision I'm looking at too. It's, Starting to run out of time to make that move.
Did Jimmy Broadbent win something today?
I don't know. I've not
He's-
been busy here today. But Rims Media is now caught up to approximately again.
I think there was a Praga event at Donington, and Jimmy Broadbent's car won.
It's funny you mention that name. My partner's father works for Broadbent. Not quite sure whether they're the same lot, but
Yeah, he won a Brit car race.
yeah, I haven't actually watched any of that.
No, but it's not that high up the pecking
Highly
order.
Yeah, it's
Let's
not
say.
highly produced either, broadcast rides. So it's not going to be the final lap. Panda is on the penultimate lap.
You'll have to forgive me if I go silent for a little while. That injury I did to myself the other week has caused us some problems sometimes.
That's fine, mate. Rims Media, approximately, that gap is still big. It's now increased. I think Rims knows he's just got to nurse the car to the end.
Let's see if I send Rimps a message if he crashes or something.
Well, at least it wasn't me that put the curse on him anyway, if it was you.
Yeah, we were talking. Alex Troy, I don't know if you know Alex Troy, he's released his new BMW. And me and Rimps were talking about it.
Well, bored with Panda Bigfoot. I think he just knows he's got. There's a minute left on the timer. The gap between him and Tull is 13 seconds.
Just, how far do you reckon he's got in terms of time to get across the line?
He's got enough time.
Ah,
Don't
okay.
see him slowing down either.
If it was going to be marginal,
he's
you'd
still-
almost just back off before the line and make the time run out. I would, yeah, okay.
No, the Tour would catch him up.
Well, it's a bit of a domination here for Panda.
And the timer has now stopped. It's up to Panda Bigfoot for checkered flag to come out.
Don't make a mistake now.
A little bit of grass.
Bob with Rims Media here. Still battling for the driver that took him out of the lead early on.
Approximately one lap into the race, or something around that though.
Jeez.
The pun was intended.
I figured.
Stop spamming. He just got done by a Nightbot. Although Nightbot isn't a mod, so he can't ban anyone, I swear. I'm pretty sure Dylan's made him not a mod.
Must have been an interesting incident that happened with what I was seeing in the chat.
Yeah, I think there's going to be debates throughout.
Timed him up for an hour.
And Panda Bigfoot comes through to win It's the first. I don't know if it's the first race in IXR, but he wins his first race of the season here at Snetterton. Oh my! What a win, and what a dominant win!
That was an absolute slaughter.
And IXR Tool, who was in the lead but made a mistake, is going to come home second. He's been absolutely dominant the whole race.
Yeah, the next car is Taint. So it's huge
Black
gap between
Cowboys
them.
is comes through, takes checkered flag. There'll be some debates later on about what happened as he goes straight into a barrier. Probably because he's frustrated.
Yeah, well, you would be frustrated. It's a big disappointment, but you know that's racing.
Mm. You love to see it with the Bentleys as well.
Taints is
Taint
first.
takes P3 and yeah, you love to see that.
Ultimately, fifth. Rims Media, 6. Now just wait for 3 more drivers. The prize is Recon Racer. He's been pretty quiet in the race, I would say.
The car's looks like it's got some
But-
damage to it, so it's been in some battles.
Nope, you can't get the move done. You can't get the straight line either. But
As
these
Chris
two are gonna
takes
come across-
P7.
And these two complete the final order. That is your race results for today.
Rick just goes straight into the wall.
Nope, he doesn't.
Or does he
and
not?
the Bigfoot wins. IXR Tool is second. That means there's the moderator first and second. Taylor's third. Abuscus is fourth.
Can we say rigged being moderators? No, I'm kidding.
And the commentator was P9, so commentator's not been a good thing then. But yeah.
And Josh is spinning.
Yeah, he's doing donuts, he's so happy with his 9th. What an achievement.
Yes, you would. Or is it frustrating?
Yeah, he's
Certainly
just
not.
lost control.
It looks like it. We have a in our V8 supercar series here. We have a driver saying Van Gisbergen. If he wins a race, he'll just drift the car all the way around the track. He'll do the whole track drifting. Smoke pouring out of it.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is the race done and dusted. We'll be back tomorrow for the IXR on Sundays with the pros around the same circuit, same conditions. Wonder if the racing's going to be this close, like it has been today.
Yeah, I don't know whether I'll be able to join you tomorrow, but we'll see.
Thank you,
Very tight,
thank you for
'cause
Justin. For,
That was a pleasure.
Right, thank you.
Great fun.
thank you for joining in. Thank you to James and also thank you to Josh earlier. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries.
Goodbye.
Cheers, boys.